Hello, 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 beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. How are you all doing this amazing Saturday that the Lord has made? And it's the 28th of October 2023. The year is fast approaching to the end. The year is coming to an end very soon, and we'll be saying praise the Lord for 2024. Welcome you all. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Oyoyo, the beautiful Oyoyo. Welcome to my live stream, you all. Thank you guys for joining me today. And if you're watching from Facebook, thank you for being here. My amazing family on the internet, all of you guys, thank you for joining me today. Today, I want to say, yeah, I am grateful for being alive. Indeed, I am. I am so thankful to God for the privilege of life. And at the same time, it's a beautiful day. The day is already bright. For most people, they're already rounding up the day. For other set of people, they're already calling it a day. It's actually going to midnight for a lot of people. Some are waking up, some are still asleep, some are already noon. Let me know where you're watching me from, and let me know the time your weather is, what your weather is saying, and what your local time is saying in your area. Once again, welcome to my live stream. This is Oyoyo at Oyoyo's World. So we have a lot of things that have happened so far within the week. But I must first of all apologize for not coming up last week. Last week was busy for me. On Saturday, I was at the airport as early as 5 a.m. So I couldn't just make the live stream. Apologies, guys. So today I'm here for us to deliberate, discourse. I have quite a lot to talk about. And two of my topics, actually, two of them are something that make you puzzle. I will say the one I was listening to this morning, somebody's testimonial, soliciting for help from well-meaning people on the internet, was a story of a young woman who met a classmate in the university. They fell in love, they got married. She did everything right. They got married. She was very successful while in school. She started some online brand business in the university. It started thriving. She got married. She was the breadwinner. She was everything. And then they God blessed the couple with two beautiful children. Lo and behold, the husband dragged this lady from Benin City to Lagos. They moved to Lagos, as a couple, young couple trying to make their ends meet and all of that. And the next thing, the man said he wanted to relocate overseas. He relocated and left and texted the wife with two children, a girl and a boy, that I am no longer coming back, and consider this marriage over, that the marriage was over just the next year after they got married. And this happened to the woman when she had lost everything because the husband wasn't doing much. She lost everything. She was the breadwinner, taking care of everybody, including the husband. And at the point the man was leaving and telling her the marriage was over, no longer interested, it was a long time over, she had nothing. So right now she's trying to pick her pieces. She's soliciting online. So the story is on Linda Cages on Instagram. If you have anything to lend to this, young woman, hardworking woman, please reach out to her and be of help. No amount is too small and no amount is too big. Anything can help a hardworking woman to get back on her stage. That is one of the stories we'll be talking about today. The second story was also a sad one, extremely sad story of a young girl, a 300 level, that's in the US, we're calling them sophomore, senior, and all of that. A 300 level university student in Nigeria was deleted by her boyfriend. And not only was she deleted, she was, butchered like the way you butcher meat into pieces. So, why I say this story, why am I, okay, my color. Why I'm saying the story is a very gloomy one, sad story. These are the things that will make you lose hope in humanity. And the worst thing that can happen to a human being is to lose hope in humanity. Every morning we wake up to stories, we wake up to issues that when you think deep into those, you begin to wonder, what manner of human beings do we have in the world? From those trolling people, from those bullying people, from those going to the extra mile to abandon their families, to those going to the extra mile to delete a fellow human being. Just this week in the US, in the state of Maine, somebody went into crowded area, bars, and started whoosh, 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 leaving 18 people gone. What will you say about humanity? And the thing is that oftentimes we don't recognize the impact of these things in our lives. But I'm going to tell you the impact of the stories that affected me as a human being. We all, if we can recall, when the story broke in the US of somebody carrying a rifle to a movie theater and gunning people down. We heard about the one that happened in a synagogue in the US. So most of those things that happen when you go to your happy place where you want to have a quiet time, a family time with your family, and you might end up not making it back home. Or you go to grocery store, you don't know if you're going to make it back home. For me personally, after that story of movie theater that happened in the US years back, I did not go to watch movies in the cinema for over 4 years. The fear that what if, these are impacts. These things happen to us directly or indirectly. I could not go to, what I did was to make sure I download all the TV or the apps that have those movies on TV so I can watch them at the comfort of my home. I ended up depriving my little girls the fun and the joy of going to cinema to watch movies in the big screen. All because of how humans are dealing with each other. You might not be among the people carrying the rifle or carrying the AK, or carrying the wish. You might not be among them. But how are you impacting humanity? Are you a keyboard warrior that throws people knowingly and unknowingly? Yesterday, I was on the Instagram, trying to catch up with news. I saw some stories on Facebook. It was reported on Instagram. On Facebook, they were reporting that Mohbad's wife had abandoned the case, ran away to Canada. This happened like 4 days before the court hearing. They had carried the news, tormenting that woman that she has vanished, not knowing the impact those might have on the people involved. When the court case happened 2 days ago, Mohbad's wife was seen in court with her mother, her child, her mother-in-law, her father-in-law. They were all in court. You now began to wonder, what do people derive from all this? You don't wonder too far. Let me not make you wonder, because it's for the quest of money. Everything is because of monetary gain. So I now ask, with all of this thing happening, as we speak in the US, our flags are flying half-mast in memory of those that were gunned down in Maine. Humanity. Every day you turn the news or you go to the internet, or whether social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, in one word or the other, you see things that will make you puzzle and think deeply about humanity. What kind of human are you? You that is coming across this video, you that is watching me right now, you that is listening to my voice, what kind of human are you? Are you those kind of human that bring chaos to the world? Are you those kind of humans that make people get anxiety or go into depression? What kind of human are you? I don't know who is going to watch this video. Oftentimes, the story we hear about all those people carrying wish to go and delete people in grocery stores, movie theaters, churches, and what have you, that they have mental problem. That's the end of it. Yeah, it's mental problem. For how long? For how long will that continue to happen? And then the case of this Port Harcourt girl, University of Port Harcourt girl. And the boy in question is also a university student and was also into content creating. You begin to ask yourself, what pushed this boy? The quest for money. This boy had the mind to delete his girlfriend. They even made videos few days to the incident, few days, telling the girl you're super, you're fire, you're beautiful, and all of those praises. No clue of the intention that was running wild into this guy's brain. No wonder the Bible says the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can tell? You can't tell what is going on in somebody's mind. That a 400 level engineering student, somebody will say that might have a promising future, will have the guts to delete a girlfriend, a 300 level student, just like that. And he did not even stop after deleting this person. He went on butchering this girl like a cow or a chicken or a goat or whatever sort of animal you eat as protein, to the point they had to pack the pieces with wheelbarrow. Humans, what kind of human are you? You that is watching me. All right, guys, I don't want to make this so loomy. I want us to discuss all about this today. And also, we also had Blessing CEO came back to the internet. Actually, she's been on the internet with a very black dark man or whatever his name is. They've been dragging each other on the internet. Blessing CEO decided to carry another person's burden. And this will go a long way to help you understand there is always a lesson to learn when things happen. By my own definition of growth, there is a lesson to learn. Blessing CEO went on to carry IVD's case upon her head as though IVD sent her. IVD denied Blessing on the internet that I did not ask you to go and query for my money. So are you carrying somebody's burden beyond that person? Are you crying more than the bereaved? Are you that internet warrior that said, because I have a platform, I have a voice, I am going to attack this person, attack Blessing CEO? How market? After attacking Davido, the guy came online to edit wash his hands off. So let us know the kind of human you are. Welcome again to my live stream. Yours truly, Oyoyo, here at Oyoyo's World. We'll be discussing all of this and many more on today's live stream. And I want to welcome my special people today. Entertainment Daily OK, thank you for joining me here. Unique Peppy, thank you for being here. How are you doing? How is your Saturday going? I hope your day has been nothing but amazing. All right. Unique says, beautiful host. Yep. And Unique, you know what? I'm trying to learn how to put foundation and makeup. Our baby girls should also learn from her 21 years. From her 21, she said she should be concentrating on her studies and the future. Yes, so. Unique, please throw more light on that conversation so that I can understand what you're talking about. Thank you guys for joining me. And for those watching from behind, Please don't forget to comment in the comment section. I love my live streams to be conversational so that we can all rub minds together and also have different opinions, different ideas, shares on the issues we are going to discuss today. So once again, what kind of human are you? Are you that kind of human that want to champion a cause to better the lives of those living or to better the society or better the world? This morning, my husband was telling me an interesting story that somebody that he helped had invented something that is saving something. I was like, yay, you're part of the success story. So what part of success story are you? Are you part of doom story? What kind of human are you? If you're watching me from Facebook, please do me well by liking this video. That's the much you can do for me. And if you want to go to the extra mile, share this video for me. And as well, you can super chat the host or send me stars. And don't forget to contribute in the comment section. So Unique said, now Blessing is fighting for Mohbad's wives. Same thing she did with IVD family. All right. I don't know what people are doing with boyfriend that young. All right. So I'm beginning to understand the whole story that she should have concentrated on her study instead of going into boyfriend. Yeah, we can all say that because we are, conservatives, because we of the generation we are. But a lot of people start having boyfriends and whatever and dating quite early. And the thing about life is that we can only control what you have access to control. So it is what it is for the young girl that got deleted. I don't know if for those that will say life after life or reincarnation, for those that believe reincarnation and all of those, what is going to play on going forward in the spirit world, we don't know. We leave that for God and to decide. But my audience are talking about the young girl should have concentrated on her study and all of that. How about the girl that got everything right? The first case I mentioned here. She met a fellow classmate. They were in school together in the University of Benin. They fell in love, got married, and the girl was successful from school. She was doing business and online deals. And then the next thing, the girl got successful with her social media brand, Breadwinner, and the man abandoned her with 2 children for no reason at her lowest point when they have squandered everything she has built. What will you say about that? So the question is, what kind of human are you? Thank you, Burning Ghost TV, for joining me today. Thank you. University is for learning and enjoying yourself. Yes, university is for learning and enjoying yourself. But what we are seeing these days is even beyond learning and enjoying yourself. Some university students are not students in the university. They are just there to pass time, deceiving their parents that are in school, why they are not in school. That Port Harcourt story, if I think about it, this guy as of last year was a content creator. Okay, this guy that did this heinous crime was a content creator. He was doing pranks on the road, asking people money, giving money just to create content. What changed? What moved him? What pushed him to think that if I sacrifice this girl, I'm going to be a billionaire overnight? The syndrome of quick money. I want to make it quick, big. I want to make it quick. Not minding that if you pay your dues with your consistency, tenacity, your endurance into the race of building a business, it might come out to be that multi-million or multi-billion, just like Edie Golden started from nowhere. Now she has a big hotel, bigger than the hotel where she first worked. So what changed the mind of a 400 engineering student? I'm not saying a tout on the road. This guy was an engineering student. And even when they were interviewing him, he said he did not do anything. He did not buy the girl. He did not butcher the girl. How come? You made the last meal you guys ate together. That's what he said to them. Who prepared what did you guys eat? Yogurt and whatever. You guys ate together. Less than 24 hours, the girl was gone. Was gone as in no longer breathing. And then you did not call police. Hey, I woke up and she's no longer alive. Or what happened? We woke up and she's not breathing. You did not call police. Then the next thing was to carry machete. That means you must have gone to buy the machete because not that you can't go to any house in Nigeria and find a machete. No, you can't. You can find knife, but you can't use knife to chop up a human, So he had planned, gotten a machete to, like, are you cutting chicken or are you cutting goat or cow? What was going on in your mind? Or is he also going to play mental health like the folks in America do? When they had gone down 18 people, they are pleading mental health. When they had gone down 36, 70, they are pleading mental health. That's the case we hear here every day. This week in the state of Maine in the US, that's what happened. 18 people gone, several dozens injured. And you're pleading mental health. That's what most of them. So what would this Port Harcourt boy be saying? What kind of human are you? Thank you guys for joining me. I'll be dropping my link as well. The guy even looks stupid. Absolutely, he looks like somebody who doesn't get it together. Maybe somebody who has some kind of sickness, or I don't know. But if you go back to his videos when he was doing content on Instagram, I think he was also making content on Facebook. I don't know, but it was the Instagram one and TikTok. If you go back to those videos, he was more cheerful, more put together. I want to believe is the effect of the action he did, he got himself into. That was what happened. Had he killed himself. Ebanigo, you're talking about the one in the US. Is that the one you're talking about that buried himself too? Honestly, I'm asking again, what kind of human are we? Linda Nenye, thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, thank you. So if you're watching from Facebook, please do me well by liking this video, share this video, and also contribute. My link is down. You can also jump in from Facebook, likewise jump in from YouTube. Please, what is his IG handle? I don't know the guy's IG handle, but I was seeing it from the popular bloggers like Linda AKG, Instablog, and I think Gist Lover also carried the guy's previous video as of last year. So fast forward last year and now, this is the 10th month of the year. The guy has been nursing on how to, is it get rich quick syndrome? What pushed this guy? Yeah, the one in the US, yes. What pushed this guy? What kind of human are you? Every day we get weakened by what we hear, what we see, what we experience. What kind of human? What got into that boy? I can't even understand what got into the boy. It's not that you're a policeman, you say maybe you got drunk, a happy trigger, and then you did something. No. This girl, you people have been together. And like my audience are saying here, university is where you go and concentrate in your studies. You're supposed to live in the university environment. Let me give you guys a story. Maybe I was just those scary people, girls, or maybe I felt, hey, my mother has 24 eyes watching all over me or something. When I was in the university, at some point in the university, my schoolmates were living outside, doing big girl, living very close to the university. I said, no, I can't live outside. First of all, I schooled in a community where I don't understand the local dialect. And if you don't understand the local dialect, you're already having some minus, because some people might be making transaction on your head and you don't know what they're saying. I said, I'm not going to leave outside the school. Let them go and live outside the school. I will be a campus girl. The least I could do was to make sure I got 2 of my friends. We just bought the whole room so that we don't have a lot of people stuck with us in the room. So we are 3 at a time occupying our room. That's the least that we could do for that kind of privacy you want. But a lot of people live outside. For me, I was like, if I live outside and anything happened to me, what will I tell my mother? What will I tell my sister? That's the way I guided myself in the university days. And again, parents should do I don't even want to blame parents, because when your child is off, you want to believe and trust your child that she is within the university environment, right? but not anymore. Some girls will go as far as going to parties the next city, the next state, come back the next day, come back 2 days after. But what will you say in that scenario? I remember a case that happened, and there was a party in the university those days. It was in a town that's not even close to my school. So they wanted me. I said, no, I can't go, because who will bring you guys in the morning when you're coming back? They don't have car. None of them that were going had car. So how will you guys come back? I said, no, I don't do risk. I don't like pain. I don't do risk. My very good friend went for that party, and few of my department girls, they went for the party. When it was time to come back, the person that took them said, no, I am having hangover from the party. I want to sleep. These people waited until 3 p.m. before they got back to the university. At that time, I was already panicking because her sister has my phone number. She knows who to contact if she's looking for her sister. I was panicking, going from room to room asking, and she didn't have a phone to contact me, say, look, we are fine. No, I was so worried. When they got back to the university, was like, what happened? She said they were waiting for people that has car to bring them. That because they didn't have a vehicle to come back to the school, they were waiting for those that have vehicle. What if anything had happened to them? What if? So if you have a young person in the university, check-in is very important. When I mean check-in on phone, check-in through location app. They're making it easier these days for parents. There is location app to tell you where your child is through her phone. You can monitor that. I'm giving you guys tips on how to check your young girls, young boys that are in the university. But what will you say when you have been in a relationship with somebody, you've trusted that person so much, you might even be nursing the idea of saying, I do with this person, not knowing the person on the other side is not seeing you the same way you're seeing him. I guess that's the fate of this girl. They were good friends. Even people in the university, they believe they knew them together. They are campus couples. Yeah. But what happened? At what stage will you start questioning trust? Is it the case of this girl that is now in body bag in the mortuary? Or is it the case of that woman, that hardworking woman, the breadwinner, that her husband that did everything right? Just like the way our parents would say, go to university, get married, start working, raising a family. She did everything right. And the man still abandoned her with her 2 children. What kind of humanity are you? Are you the kind that is causing havoc? Are you the kind that is bringing change, bringing inventions, peace, growing other women? Or are you the type that tear down? Find a place where you belong and start asking yourself those questions. All right. So guys, I'm talking about the Port Harcourt girl. It's very heartbroken. If I were to be the girl's mother, I don't even know what will be going on in my mind. I've thought about it in so many ways. As a parent, I thought about it as a sibling. I thought about it as a concerned citizen. And even as a human. Why? Those whys can never be answered. And for our young men that go into Yahoo, thinking that is the way to make money, that native doctor that is asking you to go buy somebody, to bring somebody's eye, ear, momo, cucumber, to do, to make you rich. What happened to that native doctor? Egana so. Is it that richness no they sweet the native doctor? If any man or any society or any cult or anything, any being called himself priest, native doctor, whatever name they give themselves, would tell you, you young man listening to me now, that, yeah, you need to do some sacrifice so that you can be rich. Ask that native doctor one question. Baba, why are you still in this hut? Since you're the one doing all this juju for people to be rich, how come you've not done one for yourself? Have that instinct to ask the right question and walk away. There is no way or means to fast money. Anything you get in that way will either buy you or lead you to the permanent destruction or destroy your lineage. There is no quick money anyway. The easiest way to make money right now is on social media. If you have a smartphone, go on social media, create a content that will wow the world. You can become a millionaire in 1 month. But anybody telling you otherwise, that, yeah, you have to go and do this ritual to make it, tell them, ask them, Baba, why are you still not rich? Let our young folks be smart. And this one that is already in the university, 400 level, that means he was smart enough to have passed his courses up to 400 level, remaining 1 more year to graduate from the university. Why did he get himself into this? What is the case here? What defense are we giving this young guy? Is he also going to claim mental illness? What defense? Because the story is saying Yahoo Boy. Who asked him, was he sent to do this? Because he was not in the streets. His life was already being figured out. He was a content creator. He has seen how his mates are making money. Or is it the pressure, the pain of not growing on social media that pushed this guy? I can't wrap my head around it. I'm trying so hard, but it's so difficult for me. Guys, what kind of humanity are you? What kind? Are you those people that pretend to be in love with someone while your heart is as dark as gold, as dark as charcoal? Or are you those that want to lift everybody around you up to make sure everybody succeed? Are you the type that pretend that, yeah, I love you, honey, while in the back you have a stabbing knife holding on your hands for that person to turn his or her back? What kind of humanity are you? I wish and I pray for the family of the girl, because right now I don't know what to say about them. I know they are hurting. They are hurting very seriously. It's only God that can comfort them at this time. At this time, it was the only God that can comfort them. And also, I've talked about young men or young folks going into Yahoo, thinking that's the way to make money quick. No. And to my young girls, to our young girls in the university, 18 and above, I'm making this plea to you guys. My audience are saying you should concentrate on your study. I agree. Concentrate on your study. And don't over-depend on any man. Don't over-depend on any man. Find something to do with your God-given hands. You can make money that you will not be needing anybody to fund your bills. I tell you, you can become your own champion. You that is listening to me. Look at this young girl. The love, their relationship appeared to be genuine. Yeah, I found a man of my heart, of my desire. But look at it. Because you can't know what goes on in a man's heart from face value. The Bible said the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can tell? You cannot dictate what goes on in a man's life. For that reason, be very careful. When I mean be extremely careful, if you're a young girl out there, be careful. If you're in the university, stay in the university campus. If you're going anywhere, call your friend or your family. I'm going to this location. This is where I am right now. If you're there, make a call. Let them know where you are. Let them even speak with the people that you are there with and get their names and their phone numbers. Parents, buckle up. Don't say because your daughter is 21, she's a full-grown adult, yeah, she can take care of herself. No. They are still our children. I'm talking as a parent. I was asking my sister-in-law, who has successfully raised good and great adults in the US. I met with her this week, on Sunday last week. I was asking her, how do you keep up with your children in the university? They have a time that every weekend they must call. And as you're calling, you're narrating everything that happened. But the extra mile you can go is to get a locator to know where your child is. Yes, you can do that. All right, with all the tips I've given so far, I hope we are listening. I hope we are picking them, because you might not know when it's going to be of help to you. And to the lady on social media asking her fans, her followers to help her to bounce back, please, this is the time to chip in $1, $2, 1,000 naira, 5,000. Let's help her bounce back, because the greatest revenge you give to somebody who has dragged you to the mud is bouncing back. Why do I say that is the greatest revenge? You don't need to go and engage in physical bulala. You don't need to engage in trolling or exchange of words. No, the greatest revenge to give to somebody who showed you Shege Banza. By the way, I watched the Shege Banza movie yesterday. It was so funny. The greatest revenge is to bounce back. So let Nigerians gather together and help this girl bounce back, so that her husband that abandoned her with 2 children will see himself regretting, had I known. Why am I saying that's the greatest revenge? Look at May Edochie. May Edochie bounced back with endorsement. She bounced back flying overseas. Right now, she has a product on her name, not on her husband's name or what her husband can give her. So let's help this young lady. If I eventually get her full name, I know her Instagram name start with Patra, but it's Patra something. So if I get the full name, I'm going to post it on my community page on YouTube, so you can also find it easy to locate her to chip in your 2 cents, in the fundraising that is going on her behalf. All right, so I haven't talked about that one. I'm now going to Blessing CEO. We all know Blessing CEO. He's been on banter with the very dark man over the fight for Wumi Mohbad's wife. And a lot of people were like, you are now fighting for Wumi Mohbad's wife, but you did not fight for the other lady, which was Bimbo IVD's wife when the case was on. Rather, you went on the side of IVD and became IVD's therapist, cum fighter, cum friends, and what have you. So Blessing CEO, because a lot of people were calling Davido out for owing them money and all of that, he is a complete mess on the internet. And I was like, wow, Davido owing this for all this amount they are calling. I can't verify their information because I don't have their records, so I will just say it in passing. But the one I want to concentrate is because I have evidence now to talk about it. Blessing CEO, because others were doing, joined the bandwagon of calling Davido out that he should pay 4.5 million he's owing to IVD, and that the vehicle he bought for his is he logistics manager or whatever, Israel, that he's yet to pay. So this information was coming from Blessing CEO because Blessing CEO got information from the horse's mouth, IVD, with backed up evidence. And IVD went on the next day after he had received a lot of bashing from Davido management, went online to debunk the whole thing that Davido was not owing him. Davido paid in full, that Blessing CEO should stop chasing face clout, blah, 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 all the 9 yards. So IVD said all of that, and that did not sit well with Blessing CEO. Blessing CEO came for IVD. You know the way you grab somebody, if it's a woman, you grab the woman by her wig. That was how Blessing grabbed IVD. and then dropping evidence here and there. And those were private conversations she shared with IVD. And to be honest with you, I know there is a law in Nigeria that you can't share private conversation with people. If IVD really want to take this thing up, he can actually go to court to take it up with Blessing CEO. But will he do that? No. Why? Because he has a case in court. He has a manslaughter case in court over the deceased wife, Bimbo, that he's still in court, still pending. The hearing will be starting soon. So he's being careful. You understand? If he makes any mistake of saying, Blessing CEO, you have no right to bring my private conversation with you according to section this, section that of Nigerian Act and all of that, Blessing CEO might be compelled to become a witness in the trial. I know there is privacy, confidentiality between clients, confidentiality, but whereby you're no longer clients, I don't know how that will go. So Blessing CEO has a lot on IVD. And to be honest with you, IVD did not do right, because you have a serious say in court, and you coming to deny the person that you gave the information because she now spoke out, you came and pulled the rug under her feet. That wasn't a smart idea. What you could have done is to plead with her to go and recount herself, saying that, oh, sorry, I misspoke. It wasn't the way it went. I apologize to Davido, to save face, because IVD, you're not supposed to be in any quarter with anybody, because people can drag you. You don't know who knows the court. You don't know, especially in Nigeria, where people can influence the court. I'm saying with my full chest, they can influence the court. Look at what happened in the presidential election. I was reading in Punch this morning that they have 2 vacant seats in the Supreme Court, and the Chief Justice of Nigeria has refused to fill it. Guess where the vacant seats are from? Southeast. And it was intentional. He didn't fill those seats intentionally, because if those people were filled, those judges were put in there, they would have, maybe he was thinking they will have Obi's interest at heart. That means they will not have a unanimous decision to come and give that judgment they gave. So he did not fill in those positions. Who was making this statement? A retiring judge. I guess he wants to speak out, to lift the burden, so that he can go into his retirement in peace and quietness. So IVD was trying to play safe because of everything around him, but he didn't do it wise with Blessing CEO. And then again, Blessing CEO came under attack by people saying, why should you bring that kind of conversation? Why? That means your patients' information are not safe, that you're going to lose clients because you're not being professional. Why are you dragging your patient into this whole mess by revealing everything you had together? I really hope Blessing CEO will rethink, because for the fact that you have those information doesn't give you the right to share them. Remember, you claim to be, international therapist. So you have confidential rule, policy guiding your practice. You're not supposed to share. Okay? Whatever you guys discuss in confidence is not meant for the public. Anyway, I didn't see the update with Blessing CEO and IVD, so they have fallen out. Hey, they fell out seriously. Honestly, they fell out seriously, to the point now Blessing CEO now said, now I'm going to start fighting for the dead. When she said that, people were now thinking, okay, now you want to start fighting in favor of IVD's wife, Bimbo. We don't know how it's going to go, but sincerely, I know it's not going to get to that extent, because people already dragged her on her professional angle of it. We can't trust you. If you're spilling all of this on your clients, we can't trust you. The internet can't trust you. We can't even refer any client to you, because our information will not be safe with you. And I guess at that point, she started defending herself with all the write-ups she made, that she's all these things are not confidential information. They're already out there. After all, he spoke to so many people when Davido was owing him. So it's not a private conversation, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she might be claiming it's not a private conversation, but that is left for the court to interpret whether it's private conversation or not. So I'm not sure Blessing CEO is going to move any inch from what she already did, because she saw the backlash. So That is what I have to say on that one. Was IVD the official client? Yes, that's Blessing CEO gave a special official statement saying everything that she never met IVD, did not know about IVD. And when IVD had the story, was the bimbo story that made her to know IVD, and the interview she granted with Daddy Freeze and all of that. That when that happened to IVD, IVD was at the verge of dying himself. So people now start calling Blessing to run to his aid. So Blessing said she ran to IVD's home. The guy was, in fact, he has taken a lot of overdose. He has taken a lot of that she Blessing stood in IVD's house for 7 hours waiting for the guy to come back to life, to wake up, because he was highly overdosed. So after that, she now saw the reason why, to help this guy come out of this mess, that they were not into any relationship of any kind. Let her clear that the guy eventually started asking her out. She said, no, not with all the story I've heard about you with the Lakey girls. I don't want to join issue. And in the course of the explanation, she said, since IVD decided to embarrass her on the internet, he should start by paying her 200 million he's owing her. We don't know if the 200 million was borrowed money or was transactional, or maybe charges for therapy. I don't know. You don't know, because that's how she left it. She did not explain what the 200 million was for. But like I said, Blessing will not go further on that conversation again, because people called her out professionally, and that's what you don't want to happen to you, because you begin to lose clients. And even those clients that have already had conversation with you in the past will start to worry about what you're going to say about them. So she's giving her words that those conversations she put out there were not private, but it's her own definition. Anyways, then why did she tattoo IVD name on her hand if they weren't dating? Unique, a lot of people do a lot of things for to chase clouds, and Blessing says she's queen of cloud chasing. So maybe to drag the story, to be on the internet, to be relevant. After all, you can still go back and get that thing laser cleaned, and nobody will see the name again on you. So you never can tell why she did that, but she said they were not dating, and I want to believe her word. I don't want to go beyond that. So guys, these are few things that happen within the week. There are tons of them. We also had Nigerian Supreme Court election, how they ruled out without even hearing. Nobody heard about hearing, didn't, or even deciding the case. Under 2 days, they put out a letter. They're going to give their judgment. Nobody heard much about the case, and judgment was delivered, and they upheld the lower court decision. President Tinubu is now the president. There is nothing else at this point. There is nothing else anybody can do about it. You have to wait until next 4 years to contest. That is where they have put Nigerian judiciary. Unfortunately, that is the truth about it. Hey, now I'm I'm seeing other stories on the internet, but those are just happening right now. So people will talk about those ones later. But sincerely speaking, a lot's been going on in Nigeria. A lot been going on. In Nigeria. A lot been going on. Look at this dude that came to Maine, the state of Maine, and deleted 18 people. He pied himself in the bush because he knows there is no return. They always take the easy route by buying themselves in the boat. Unfortunately, that is the way it is. That is it. That is so sad. A lot of things happened this week. The good side of the story that happened this week, Mercy Chinwo announced her pregnancy, which was a very joyous news. And There's another comedian that I like. Funny Bone also welcome a chat. Those are the positive news. Every other thing seems to be negative. And Mohbad case is still ongoing. Now Mohbad's father is talking. There is something, every time I want to talk about Mohbad's father, I try to pull myself back because I find it very difficult to understand why properties is what is more important than losing your son. They are dragging properties. He's saying in the after the court hearing, they had a lot of interviews were aired. The wife was busy sharing her headquarters or her, I don't know, her whatever to other people in Naira Marley's music management, that she was dating this, dating that. A lot of stories came about this girl. A lot of stories. I don't even know which one to believe. They are saying Mohbad's sister is beginning to talk that that the girl planned to buy her brother so that she can take his properties. I was like, hey, all the things we hear, we don't even know which one to believe. The only thing I'm going to believe here is the conversation laid out by Iyabojo. Iyabojo was saying that because he's been the front liner on this particular justice for Mohbad, he's been talking to the to Mohbad's mother, Mohbad's father, Mohbad's girlfriend, wife, and everybody. So she spoke with them because Kemi, the professional, no, not professional, the international acclaimed investigative journalist, claimed that Mohbad's house was bought by Mohbad. The owner of the property said they were renting. Mohbad's wife said they are on rent. They moved in this April. And but Mohbad bought a property on the son's name, and that is what is making the father mad. The father said, why should Mohbad buy a property on his son's name? That when he was buying his own property, was using himself as a yardstick, that he bought the properties on his name. But why should Mohbad buy on the son's name? Was it that he was influenced by his wife and all of those 9 yards? So they are dragging property while the body of the guy is still in the mortuary, still under the cold freeze in the mortuary, and nobody's even talking about how to do burial arrangement and all of that. The latest update is that they are waiting for toxicology. They did it overseas. It hasn't come. So when it comes, they are going to read the inquest and all of that to decide, to tell the world what actually, died Mohbad. So my question is, who would you trust? If there are these allegations hovering around Mohbad's wife, that Mohbad's wife is not trusted, that she was dating A, B, C, D, E. He was even dating the Mohbad's manager, a lady. All of them, they've shared the girl to everybody in their group. I feel so bad for this widow. Why am I feeling bad for the widow? She's a young woman. Her husband just passed, yet not buried. And the case is just turning south, west, east, north, every angle you can think about. They have twisted this case to the point that I don't even know who to believe. And I wouldn't want the girl to come now and start talking, because it's like you're coming to debunk a lot of things. I just pray that they will be able to read this toxicology report and all of that, and let them bury this guy. Once Mohbad is buried, we know one is down. The next will be the outcome of the results will determine if somebody contributed in his passing or not, and see how this family can move forward. I'm not exonerating the wife, don't get me wrong. If anybody contributed to his demise, let the person face the law. Okay, that is how I say it. I don't care whether you're the wife, husband. If you have a hand in this, you have to face the music. Okay, and that's the same thing I'm saying for that Uniport student that deleted his girlfriend. He's going to face the music for a very long time. But no matter how long he stays in prison, he's never going to bring the girl back. The family of that girl will continue to mourn, and the circumstances surrounding death is going to be a mockery to the family in the village. Forget the fact that people live in the city. When they get to the village, oh, this one that her daughter was doing Olosho in Port Harcourt, that was what bite her. We all know how our people talk. So it's going to be with them for the rest of their lives. That is already their cross. But may God help everybody to heal. And for Wumi, I really pray that girl does not break into pieces. I pray she doesn't go into a mental problem. I really strongly pray for that lady, because the internet is dragging her. The very black man is dragging her. Everybody or people on Facebook are dragging this girl. They're not even saying the truth. And then the family, where you're supposed to be getting some comfort, Mohbad's father is granting interview that I don't trust her. She contributed to what happened to my son. Mohbad's sister said she came to the house the next day. They had blood everywhere. What happened to my brother? You know what? Oh my God, this story is so pathetic right now that you don't even know what to make out of anything. But I really feel so sorry for the girl, because sometimes the kind of relationship we get into will also contribute immensely, either positively, negatively, to our lives. If this girl hadn't met Mohbad 10 years ago, like they claim, this wouldn't have associated with her. But because she got involved, fell in love with Mohbad, long-time friend, long-time lover, blah, 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 and look at her story. So let us be careful the kind of family you get into. For our young girls watching, if you're getting into a relationship, ask questions. I know those days what they used to tell our young men that we are looking for, young men looking for wives. They will tell you, if you want to marry, first of all, go find out about the mother of the bride, so you can be able to see how your wife is going to look in the next 30 years, next 40 years, or something like that. But I'm saying now, young girls going into a relationship or marriage, before you say I do, ask questions. If the family unit of that man is not together, know that you're not going to be the miracle saver to change anything. Forget it. Let that be one of the deciding factors. You might say, oh boy, he's such an exceptional human being, blah, blah, blah. If the family are not seeing you as that an exceptional human being towards their son, take a walk. And the same thing applicable to the woman. If the man, if the family where you want to marry are not seeing you, oh, such a handsome and gentleman, such a this, if they're not seeing you in the same way, take a walk. Because marriage can make or mar you. Relationship you get into can drag you, mar you, make you, or even put you beyond. Just like the stories I've been saying this morning. I pray for Wumi that God will strengthen her throughout this whole thing. And again, when they get into proper trial, if she has a hand in it, let the law hold her squarely. There is no exoneration of any kind for anybody that committed. If you commit, you go for it. All right. Let me know. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you. Let me know if I'm missing anything. I'm trying to make sure that I covered everything I want to cover on today's weekly update. I want to make sure. Okay, I want to make sure. All right. Another thing I wanted to talk about that will sound so good to a lot of people was the Otedolas. Okay, Femi Otedola granted 1 million naira each to all the students in his university. Okay, he built a university, named it after his mother, and he went to the university. I think they had either graduation or inauguration or something. Okay, yeah, official inauguration. No. Okay, today I was officially inaugurated as the chancellor of the Augustine University. Okay, so they made him the chancellor of the university. So he got there and gave every student 1 million naira. They have 750 students, making it 750 million naira, which will be 700 How much would that be in dollars? Let me calculate, because this man no they deal with dollars again, okay? No, they deal with naira again, so na dollars in the deal. All right. Okay, that was $750,000. That's quite a lot of money and a good gift for all the students. But I must tell you as well, their university tuition will not be here. Okay, so at least that will help parents pay their tuition. It's like they are giving you, you're using it to pay your tuition back. You get what I'm saying? I have nephews that are in private university in Nigeria, so their tuition is not is not smiling. So it's a very good way to cushion things for the parents, especially in this hard time. The economy is so hard in Nigeria, is biting so hard. A lot of small businesses are crying. I don't even know how they are surviving right now. So that will go a long way to those 750 students, their parents. If they have spent 1.5 million for tuition, now they got 1 million back. So they only paid 500,000, which is kudos to the billionaire. So that's how to help the society. Omowumi also made some, no, not Omowumi, Omono. I'm not getting her name right. Forgive me. She's making statement, everybody making statement, crying out for dollar. If you guys don't know, they say dollar gained some traction yesterday. So dollar traded finally at 1,111 naira for $1 in Nigeria. So you guys can understand it was 1,120 naira for $1 previous days, but yesterday it came down to 1,111 naira to $1. So you can understand how difficult the country is. You can understand the pain people are going through. I remember when they were doing COVID here in the US, the government did the best they could. Honestly, I salute American government, and I will still salute them till tomorrow. They made sure that their small businesses did not crumble, because they are the heart of the economy. They gave them grants, free money, free, not the one you pay back, no be loan, free money in the name of PPE to sustain them so that they could be able to pay salaries. They'll be able to pay for rent. They'll be able to power their small businesses, pay for electricity, pay for water. Those were what the funds were meant for. But Nigeria right now, small businesses, they are crying out. But who do you cry to? Who? The federal government said they are sharing about $5 billion. My mother never received money. She's still in Nigeria. Anybody I know in Nigeria, they never get the 5,000 naira. They never receive them. And before we know it now, they will say the 55 billion has been spent. Accountability, we need to see. They should make it transparent, because a lot of people are hungry back home. If you have anything to help your neighbor with, help. This is the time to be charitable. This is the time to show love. This is the time to give if you have. And you don't wait until you have like $10 before you start giving. Give out of the little you have. It will go a long way. All right, Unique say, why on a note tell me make I go do another degree so I can get 1 million free? That will pay for, it will even pay for one tuition, it won't pay for 1 year school fees. I don't know if they pay yearly or per semester. It will not. It's just going to cushion a lot of things for the new intake, so that next academic year they will have a lot of people flocking. Now it's marketing strategy. You can understand. So everybody is selling their market, including $1. Yeah. And also this week we saw in the news that Siri Dokubo was crying seriously that Nigeria, that Tinubu is doing a one-sided appointment, that's not what they signed up for. He was seriously crying. And their Rise TV anchors, we are singing for him. This is Jagaban turn, wait for your own turn. Rufus, he was crying, telling Tinubu that this is not right. This is not right. How are you doing a one-sided appointment? This is not right. This is not what we bargained. So Rufus and his fellow anchor lady said Asiri should wait for his own turn. This is Jagaban's turn. You know, that is, will I say, satire, because that was the same song Asiri Dokubo was singing for Atiku and P2B, telling them to wait for their turn, that this time is Jagaban's song. So they only sang the song back to him that he should as well wait. So if you have anything to say in that direction, let me know in the comment section. There is another one I wanted to talk about that really made the news. I don't know if you guys heard about a story of a kidney donor that donated his kidney to his boss's brother, and then they left him with nothing. The guy promised him 20 million, and he was going to buy a house for him in the US, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. And they left this guy out there with 70,000 naira payment as his salary where he worked, because he continued to work for the man. Then I will now ask, you know, Ekwere Madu is still in jail in the UK for organ trafficking and all of that. So this rich man, they are calling now, you brought somebody that saved your brother's life. Your brother is fine. The kidney match, he's doing well. And then you let the person to come and embarrass you on the internet, to talk about your secret things, dealings on the internet. That's why I'm saying, what kind of humanity do you fall into? What category of human are you? You promise somebody 20 million to buy a house. But come to think about the whole thing again. When I was listening to, I said, this guy, you're not a child. They were making promises for you. They were going to open you up, take one kidney of yours. And you did not ask them, no, before we even proceed, I need half of the payment made. Since it's a transaction, it wasn't that you're donating for free out of your own goodwill. You put bargain on something. Then you wholeheartedly trusted a stranger with your vital organs. How low can humans go? You may as well have donated it freely, and the prayers they will say for you for doing the good cause would have opened doors for you. When you go for transaction, for anybody doing transaction with anybody, when it comes to money, please ask for your part payment before the transaction starts. Ask for your payment upfront if possible, because this kind of story is not something that I want to hear. When I was watching the video, I said, wait, come to think about it, you're not a child. They just promised and you agreed and followed them, or is there something you're not telling us? And up till now, it was TVC that broadcasted that thing. I'm waiting for them to get response from the people he mentioned in the video. I don't know if they follow up with journalism anymore, but they should be able to follow up because it's a TV network. So hopefully they will be able to follow up on that. All right. So one more thing before I now come back to our YouTube here. Anything I'm missing? Anything? I'm just going through my write-up to make sure I did not forget anything. All right. All right, last 2 weeks, I talked about D'banj and his in-law, his sister, that they should take their story off the social media. D'banj went to court to get a restraining order from on the in-law to stop talking about him on the social media. At least that is a good thing to do. They should take their problem off social media and get it sorted out, okay? That is my take. Bringing your family affairs on social media, you are not helping yourself. Anybody telling you that, yeah, the people come to social media and get judgment, what kind of judgment are they getting? If it's something you can handle within yourself, please take your problems out of social media. We all have our demons. We all have our problems. Don't let your own be the talking piece. All right. On a funny one, Oke Bakassi and Kate Henshaw, they were called out for going to chair an event for APC in Imo State. Remember, Kate Henshaw was fully obedient during the presidential election, and Oke Bakassi, I don't know which party he belongs to, but people said he was also obedient, and then going to share event for APC. They felt that was the blowing down the belt. Why would they do that? The guy say, the man must chop. Oh, what are you talking about? That this is purely business transaction. It does not still change my political stand. I say, I beg, make una leave people who hunger day town. So, and business is difficult to come by these days. Maybe that's why they took the ones they saw. So you guys should let them be. All right. Eva, oh my God. How are you, sis? Longest time. Good to see you here. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me today. Yeah, this is the only time I get to come out on live stream. And these days I do Saturdays. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate. Thank you. Don't forget to like the video for me and also share if you can. All right. So Okay Bakassi, I've talked about Okay Bakassi, and also this week also saw some buhaha on YouTube Street, Nigerian YouTube Street. It saw a lot of buhaha that went on YouTube Street. I believe a lot of people made a lot of videos about it already, so you might need to go catch up. Go to Reactors channels, you'll be able to catch up what was going on YouTube, how YouTubers were demanding for somebody to put down their video. Editorial's hotel launch came with a lot of things happening after the launch, before the launch, within the launch time, and all of that. So a lot of things happens, a lot of videos were made, a lot of things were said. So, but right now the street is calm. Hallelujah. So the street is calm and nobody is demanding anything from anybody. So hopefully we've all learned our lessons. I believe mistake is a good way to learn. If you don't make a mistake, you can never get it right. And for the electricity we use, guess how many times they tried to make electricity? Do that research on Google. You find out that each time he tried, he failed until he got it right. All right, so I'm fine, sis. Yes, so longest time I done that already. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I really appreciate. So guys, I've been talking for an hour, 11 minutes and 57 seconds. And it's been a long time for one to talk. We've talked about so many things. We talk about a breadwinner that was abandoned by her husband. And with her children, we talk about the Yahoo Boy in Port Harcourt, the University of Port Harcourt student that butchered his girlfriend. And we talked about Blessing CEO carrying somebody's crying more than the bereaved, okay, that puts her on a blast on social media. And we talked about Davido, okay? They said Davido is owing a lot of people. I don't know how they do those, their royalty, but the money they're calling is over 218 million naira. A lot of people started calling Davido out. That was why Blessing joined as well in the call out. So guys, in everything we've talked about today, if there is nothing for you to take home the part that you need to be a better human to help humanity. With what is going on in the world today, we are seeing what is happening in the world. Wars all over the place. Just like Madam Daede was predicting wars upon wars, but he was talking about economic fall and all of that. But this one is not economic fall. And they are fighting for territories, okay, in the places that their wars are going on. And be a better human. That is what I'm saying. If you have a younger sister, a younger brother, check in with them to find out how they are doing. If they are in the colleges, check in with them. If you live overseas where you can use a locator app to track your children, please get that locator app. It will tell you where your child is at any given time they are not in your home. Let's do the ones we can do and leave the rest to God. And also let's continue to tell our children that you can become whatever you want to become. You cannot depend on any man to give you money so that you be flexing. No, work hard and earn your own money. Let all of us try and become a better human. That boy in Port Harcourt that deleted his girlfriend and then cut the person into pieces as if he's a fowl or a chicken or goat. I don't know the demon that besieged him, but I know he has been caught and he's going to face the full extent of the law. Unfortunately, whether he's being given life imprisonment or by hanging is never going to bring the girl back. Let us Let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson. Another thing I want to say that gladdened my heart is that, in the past in Nigeria, there is this notion that once you bring somebody, with a gunshot or whatever to the hospitals, they will ask you to go and get a police report before they attend to that patient. I want to tell you guys there is an act that has prohibited that. So hospitals must treat patients upon arrival. You don't need to get police report before you do your duties of service to humanity. So that's, let me see if I get that. Maybe I will read it because it gladdened my heart when I saw it this morning. So that act, okay, give me 1 second, guys. Okay. It was the policies based on the Compulsory Treatment and Care for Victims of Gunshot Act 2017. So you can imagine when they passed the act, for a lot of people. Last 2 weeks, I talked about my live stream. I talked about a woman that survived a lot of things, trauma, depression, anxiety, bad relationship, getting on her feet, and then armed robbers ruffled her, threw her out of the car. Good Samaritans picked her up, rushed her to the hospital. The hospital watched the girl pass. They did not do a thing because they did not have a police report. That made my heart bleed. And even coming to know there was an act since 2017 and 2023, people are still dying because of the ignorance of the medical personnel in Nigeria. But this morning, former Senate President Bukola Saraki posted a case of a girl that was, by a police officer in 2018, getting justice because of the effect of the act now that you must treat the patient. And also, I think it was Minister of Humanity or whatever, one of Tinubu's new minister that is championing that act. You must treat the person, save the person's life first before you start asking for any police. As you're saving the life, you can call the police to make sure the person did not run away. That is how it should be done. You save lives first before you start talking about police report. So that's the good news I read this morning, and I'm glad to share that with you guys here. And hopefully there will be more good news coming out this week because a lot are going on. People are going through a lot, and let's be better human. Honestly, that's all I'm making this live stream for. Let's be better human. I explained my own trauma after the movie, the theater shooting that happened in the US years back. For over 4 years, I did not go to cinema to watch any movie because of that, because of the trauma, the after effect, the fear. What if? And then what if? So people live with a lot of things going on. Let's be better human. Let's be better humans, honestly. And my heart goes out to the family of those 18 people that passed in Maine, USA. My heart goes out to their families, and even those that are in the hospital with injuries. My heart goes out to them and the state of Maine. And it's an opportunity for our legislators to do best with gun control. We can't shy away from it. Let's do best for our citizens. Let's put those screening in place so that this kind of machine will not be getting into wrong hands every year, every time we hear stories like this. That is my prayer, that good things will come out of it at the end of the day. All right, beautiful people. I've been talking for 1 hour, 18 minutes. It's been a long time talking. And I want to appreciate all of you for joining me today. Those that are watching behind or those that are going to come across this video in the future, do me well by leaving a comment when you watch, like this video, share your own thought as well. What kind of human are you? I want to know. I want to read. Let's be that kind of human. If you're a woman that will lift another woman up, let's be that kind of human that will advise a young student, telling the student to work hard to become a better person. If you see somebody that has a skill or a craft, encourage that person. You don't have to wait until you're Dangote to encourage the person. No. Do the best you can. That's what is required of every human. All right, guys, if there are new stories, please, I'll be bringing them, and I'll also be having some videos drop in my channel going forward. I've been away with all my video series, but pardon me, I took a somehow break, yeah, but I'm coming back with a little, thing here and there. So you guys do me well to watch my videos as well on YouTube, and also share as well when you come. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do me well to subscribe to my channel as well when you come across my video. And I do have this, my busy sister jumping in right now. Okay, her device is not recognized. Treasure Gist, your device is not connected, so I don't know why. I say Treasure Gist. Yeah, it's Treasure Gist. Your device is not showing connected. I don't know why. And I'm trying to round up. It's a beautiful day, though cold. My temperature. Oh, I didn't give you guys my temperature today. Pardon me, guys. Are you kidding me? It's so cold. Oh my goodness. My temperature is 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey. Anyway, I can't complain because this is my favorite weather, fall. I love weather. You can see I'm all looking fall with my burnt orange, my, yellow. Treasure, for some reason, is not connecting. Thank you, Eva, the spirit of Yahoo. I tell you, Eva, that story is very disheartening. We should check on our relatives back home. A word of advice will go a long way. I know things are hard, but people should not sell themselves short because of quick money. Be patient to be able to make it. I don't know what's happening, sweetheart. It's not coming up. It's saying your device is not connected. I don't know why it's saying that. Maybe you should try one more time before I round up. I'm going to turn off my heater because I'm beginning to feel hot already. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, my heater is off now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, Treasure, I don't know why it's not connecting. I apologize about the inconvenience. However, if you still want to come in, try one more time. If it's not connecting, so I will start rounding up, okay? Okay, I don't know if she's still here. So I've talked about all of these. I've asked the question, what kind of humanity are you? What kind of human are you to humanity? What are you contributing? Are you there dragging people, trolling people? Are you talking about trolling people? I want to make you guys laugh, okay? I saw a thriller on Destiny Etiku's Instagram page. So I went to watch the video. In the video, Stella Martins, Stella Martin, Judy Austin's bestie, was also in the video. So in the movie, yeah, it's a movie. In the movie, as Sarah Martin was calling her movie husband Ezedike1, the same name Judy calls her husband, and then calling them Isi Millie Joffo, Isi Millie what? I said, Nigerians. Why? When I heard that, I thought it was a joke. I heard it again. I said, wait, though, Sarah Martin. So you carry your beef with your friend inside movie. I be they wrote those titles for you, or you decided to use those titles for your movie husband. Which one is Isi Miri one? SDK one. Upon all the names to give your movie husband, is Isi Miri and SDK. I said, well, it's to me it was cloud chasing, but I felt it was too low. That was too low. You don't go too low. A child in the university is believed to be up to 18. How can a parent keep tracking their words till which end? Honestly, Unique Pepe, I understand. I completely do. You say parents should use tracker for their words yeah. If you can use, it might not work in Nigeria, you understand, but it can work overseas. If you don't trust your child to be that kind of responsible person, you can. Like what I do with my teenage girl, if they're going for an event in school, which I already know because I'll be the one that'll go pick her up and all of that, she said, "Mommy, are you remember the tracker so you know exactly where our movement?" She's a young girl, you understand? So she's telling me to know when the bus is moving. I'm following as they are going. This is school event. So it does help. You know when they stop, you know where they are, you know where your child, because the phone will be able to help you track where your child is. But you tell me in Nigeria, most of our young girls are the ones building houses for their parents, buying cars for their fathers. So who is controlling who? Who is being a parent to who? It's difficult sometimes. It's difficult because our people don't ask their daughters, where did you bring the money from? Who gave you money? You know, hey, you know. So we're kind of losing it, if I'll put it that way. But may God help us, especially the young parents. May God continue to help us to be better parents to our children. That's what I can say. I know the tracker works for me. I use that, especially when they are leaving school premises. I need to know where my child is at any given time. It's very important to me, and I watch that closely. Parents should catch the word young and advise the words appropriately when leaving for university. If the child, if they train them well, then whatever they do or leave on university is their business. May God help our parents. Society have really changed narratives. Absolutely. May God help all of us to, like I said, I asked my sister-in-law, and that my sister-in-law, she has raised wonderful children. Oh my goodness, wonderful children. So I was asking because I love to learn. I still have young kids, so I love to learn. How do you keep up? How do you follow through? How do you track them? So she said that she has meeting moments with all her children. Every week you must call in. Every week you must call in. These people live in the US, and she raised them as Christians. They are believers, kind of. And I told her I'm going to interview her to teach us how to raise God-fearing children in America. Okay. She was like, I don't want to come in the camera. Her husband said, you must appear. Oh, must appear. I should fix date. So a lot of things will be coming into my channel in the near future. I'm still working on those process gradually. We'll get there someday. Thank you, Entertainment Daily, for joining me. I know you're very busy. Thank you for being here. I'm Peppy. Society have really changed the narrative. Host, those your kids are minors, and that's the why you have to track. So when people are now adults, you don't track them. Okay, oh, I heard you. I will continue to track. Oh, if you leave me. Entertainment Daily, welcome to my live stream. Thank you for being here, beautiful. How are you? How is your weather? And how is my princess?
Thank you very much for having me, host. I would have joined since, but we just came back because today is National Day. Today is Greek, and it's called Oshi Day. So it means day they said no to, they fought a lot of wars with different people. So they always celebrate those days. So the 28th of October is the no day. So it's a lot of historical stuff that had, yeah. So we had to go for the parade. And first of all, take the little ones to their celebration and all of it. So I came in. I saw you were live, so I just joined, but I was trying to get the little one. She wanted to go to grandma and all of. Wow, 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 wow! God bless you, Uju. Let me
Thank
pause.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
So
so I came
I'm
in,
going
and
to
then
ask you, what
yeah,
name did you say call that thing, that event?
Oshi. Oshi means no.
No, okay. A
Yes, so
no,
it's OXI.
okay. A no
Yeah, the no
event.
day.
No
Yeah,
day.
the no day. The day they said no. I think whether to, I don't know if it was to Italy. A lot of it. Sometimes I get confused with a lot of wars they fought. Everybody they
See
fought
what
with.
unique
So
is right in here.
yeah,
Oshi means thief in Igbo.
no Yoshi. Oh, I love that. Did I say Yoshi? Eh?
Unique.
See where unique mind they go. And as she make me jump on
Honestly.
this thing, her last comment, I was like, I really need to jump into and then she
Ah.
continued.
Hmm. Go ahead.
Oh God.
Honestly, Unique has a point. When the child is old enough to take care of herself, parents can
Yeah.
continue to track or parent them. But I mean, there is much we can do, and there is little actually one can do. And at the same
But
time, we try to
also the
find
thing
it.
is, the funny thing about you said that, I was just laughing, and then you pinned the comment that Unique posted, and I was like, absolutely what my mind was saying. If they are little, primary school, nursery school, name it, you're able to put a tracker. But from secondary school to university, who are you tracking? Ah, okay, now I want to go to party. I know that my mom is tracking me. I'm going to leave my phone in the house. So when you turn on the tracker, my phone is going to show that I'm in the house. So if you come here and say, "Oh,
Okay,
sorry, mom,
okay.
we were
Well,
doing a group
let me
reading
answer
session."
you on that.
Yes.
Your phone is in the house. That's the first thing I would do if you're leaving my house. I will hand you your phone and make sure it's on. When I
Yeah,
say
but
make sure it's on, I'm not saying it with this gentle tone. I'm saying it here. You get what I'm saying? You know, when African mother is talking, make sure this phone stays on. And that's an instruction.
it
And it
gets to
has
the
to be.
point where you will now say this, like in PG will say pata pata na beating na. And once it gets to that, but I'm telling you, like, for me, it wasn't about doing something bad, but I loved attending festivals, and I've said it before. So that pata na beating, my mom is someone, when I match at anything she carry, now she go take beat you. But before I leave the house, I've already braced myself for that beating that is coming in the next few hours. But you see that festival to go and dance that traditional, go past me. So I finish dancing and I come back and I just sit down on the couch and wait for her to come and and my brother will be saying, run now, run, go away. I'm not running, because even if I run when I want to sleep, that one is worse. When you're sleeping, you hear gigim, gigim. You would think that the world has ended. Jesus Christ came. So you better come back, sit down, and receive
And
it. Take
collect
the
it.
body pain, and go take a shower, eat, and then go sleep with your body pain. But the thing is, once they're that big, it is really difficult.
Yeah.
It just takes the grace of God. And another thing I think that works with people sometimes is how you speak to them.
Yeah.
No matter how brutal you are, it just comes. There comes a time where you have to calm down and select your words carefully.
Carefully, yes.
Like, I remember going to the university when my mom said, "Now where you're going, I will not be able to see you. Nobody will be able to tell you whatever you want to do. If you like, you can go there, you study. If you like, whatever you want to do, you're able to do that. But let me tell you that the way you will make your bed, that's how you will lay on it.
Yeah.
If you do well, you will dine with the big, the high and mighty, and you will have that good life that you've seen people have, that you look like, oh, this person drives a big car, like this person has this person has, I want to have. If you want to look like that person, and she will always, for me, I had elder sisters, so she will always use them as an example. If you want to be like them, then know that you have to not do A, B, C, and all of that. So for me, that stuck with me.
Yeah.
So I think that will work when it gets to the
Mel,
point where you know that, yes,
the problem we have now is that the young folks are highly influenced by social media.
yes,
When I mean social media, if you even interview them, they would rather date a sugar daddy than date a youth couple.
of course.
That is the truth. So with all this influence, you understand, you'll find out that your good girl might end up not being that good girl anymore. So you
That's
just
true.
have to keep talking, like you said, keep talking, keep talking. I know of a girl, when she was with her parents did not allow her to make her hair to look good on her hair. The moment she
Yeah.
left them, she went to the store and bought wigs, with all her
Wow.
money. So they when they now
Wow.
see her, they start seeing her with different wigs. Sometimes it's not good to overly cage a child. Give them
Yeah.
room to know that, yeah, if a child, okay, let's say they want to eat Mr. Big. No, yeah, Mr. Biggs is what they have in Nigeria, or KFC. Every time say, don't go, don't go, don't go, you not buy. The moment they see somebody that will buy them that thing, they might follow that person.
Absolutely.
So you just have to strike a balance. Sometimes you bend to talk to them. Sometimes you make them understand, in as much as I am soft and kind, and at the same time I am what? I'm very firm. I can discipline.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
in all of this, you keep praying. I want to believe is that mother's prayer. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. Keep praying, keep catching up with your children. You can't overdo it. If it's twice a week, you get in touch with them when they're in the university, and you don't tell them the time you call. You can come randomly. The way they will be answering you on the phone will tell you if they're in a right place or in a wrong place. So far, you're not calling during their lecture time. You're calling after school. You'll be able to know what is happening and get to know who your child's friends are. Get to know them. But how do people know them? When I was in the university, right? I have big sisters and big brother when I was in the university. So my sisters, they know my best friend in the school, and they have phone numbers they can reach out to. So it kind of, if anything is happening, if you can't reach me, you know who to reach. You understand? You know who to contact before you start contacting school. Know who your child is dealing with, and when you know who, ask your child those questions about how about your friend. They will think they're telling you all the secrets about their things about their friend. They won't understand. You're also trying to know the kind of people they move around with. I don't know. There is no fast way or no laid down rules. Say if you follow this when it works for you, if you follow that, it works for you. You just have to keep striking and finding a balance on what works for you and your child, honestly.
Well, host, in terms of knowing your children's friends, I feel like that could be very difficult, mostly for people that if you have all these very strict parents, like me, my mom was extremely strict, so she doesn't even allow friends to visit you or you visit friends. If you're coming to my house when I was in from primary school to secondary school, because university I was in a different state, but from primary school to secondary school, you will have to fill jam form, WAEC, NECO, and everything. The way you sit for those exams, that's the question. You come into my compound, you do knock, knock, knock. My mom stands at the gate and she asks, who is that? You say your name. She will ask you why, before she answers your greeting, as you say, good morning or good afternoon, before she responds to that, your greeting, she's asking you, why are you here? That's the first thing that you can imagine, and with a very straight face. When they say the boogeyman, that's my mom. Like everybody's afraid of her. So that word alone throws people off balance. Have you helped your mother to cook and clean? She will start mentioning things. Have you done this? Have you done that? She's checking what you're wearing. She's looking at how you're responding. She's looking at how you're looking at her. So there's so many things you have to do before, if she's not satisfied, she will turn you back home from that spot where you're standing. So it got to the point where we had to devise a means where if you're coming, I tell you, hold a book, carry a textbook, carry something, and at least read 1 or 2 lines, because she might take that book from you and ask you a question. So you understand. So we already prepare ourselves. So if you're coming to visit, so most times people like, I beg, the exam too much. You understand?
Oh, imagine. That
So
was too
yes,
extreme.
when you say extreme, that's the thing. So now I had to devise plan. Even my brothers, as boys, where normally in Nigeria, you know that they give the boys more freedom, go play
Yeah.
football, but where you and who they go play football, you understand? So sometimes all of you, if she comes back and your friends are already there, she might just tell you, bring your book. She will just set a test for all of you to write. Anybody no get better score, no come my house again. You understand? So
Was she a teacher?
Yeah, she worked in the secondary school I went to.
Okay, I
Both my parents
understand.
were in this in academic.
I understand. Welcome,
But
Treasure James.
some
How are
teachers
you
don't do
doing?
it. I still had friends that were their parents were teachers, but they're not that strict. They don't, like my mom will go after you people write the exam. She will go to every teacher to take the questions and bring them back home, and you have to write it in front of her, so she will know what you will score. So if she has to start beating you from now to when a result will happen. So friends were very scared. So we have to know that, okay, hold the book, practice a little bit. As far as you look, you sound smart, you answer her question very well, she's not going to bother you from coming. But you have to make sure you have helped your mom to cook, clean, do everything. If by chance you're in her house and she sees your mom carrying wood, the kind stick where she goes, they pursue you from her house. When you reach
Hey,
house, tell your your mama go say, I know, so that woman go do them. You understand? So you will always find a way. When the parents try to set up one thing, children will go another way. But it's just that in our own case, we understood that, oh, we are coming from this type of family, so this is what is expected of you. What if the children decide to rebel and they would now devise other means to go? And if it's somebody that wanted a boyfriend or wanted something like that, then the person will find a way to see how they can play around whatever rules you've set for them.
wow. That one is a little too much. Thank God my mom wasn't like that. Because in secondary school I had friends and they come to my house weekends. In primary school, neighbors were close, but secondary school a little bit further. So well, they still
Yeah.
come. Even I know my mother knows my friend's mother. They had to meet at some point in our lives. They had to meet, and that's how they became friends too. So, Una try
Wow.
you. Your mother was
Wow.
just Margaret Thatcher.
Ah, you're
Welcome,
welcome.
Treasure
Pleasure.
G's. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you,
What do
thank
you
you,
have to
thank
say
you.
about
Thank
this
you,
Uniport
host,
girl?
and their
Oh, that's
beautiful
what we are
meal.
talking about.
Yeah, sometimes when you're at the comment section, it's difficult for you to express what you want to say, you get.
Mm.
I'm truly, truly busy here and
I
trying to
know.
connect. I don't know what happened, but I've been able to fix it, okay? By the way, I want to say you are looking so beautiful with your orange. Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Happy weekend to you and everyone. So it's still based on what Mel has was saying. I was happy when she jumped in to actually clarify or to portray my point. Okay. So what I
Mm.
was saying, I said I disagree with you when you said that parents should track their words in university or your
Yeah, maybe
university,
university might not
not
work because we
secondary
assume they
school.
are old,
If it is
but we
secondary
have
school,
17 years in the university. We have 18. We
I
have
I know
19.
I know, but anyone going to university is already seen as a person that can take decision on their own. They already
Mhm.
know their left from their right. Now, this brings me. There's something one woman I'm following on Facebook said. She said she don't know why parents are rushing their words to finish
Off
school
school.
in Nigeria. Before you know it, a child will jump primary four. These days now, people they stay primary four, self right common entrance. Before
Mhm.
you know it, they will jump primary six, they will jump primary five. When they get to secondary school, some of them will be in SS2 and they will write WAEC. That parents are really pressurizing their children even when they are doing well or when they are not doing well. Now she gave example about her child. She recently took her child to Canada. The boy, she said the boy finished last 2 years, but they wanted him to gain some experience in Nigeria and to get for him to get more matured, so he have to stay at home and do some kind of learning so that he can be exposed and wisen up, you get. These are the things that some parents don't care about. So many parents, their children, they will even go and lie that their children is already of university age after they jumping, so that I don't know if they are running because of school fees or they feel that some of them actually their words are intelligent. They will now use the advantage of their words being intelligent to jump them school. But sometimes it's not all about head knowledge. Is this child already matured in mind and to face? Because see, believe, thank God most of us here we are graduates, we know what university is. We know people that entered university and they never left the way they came. We know people that came to university being reserved, decent, and they left wild. I know of people that came to school as in being good good people, and before you know it they started attending party. The peer pressure there is too much. Now when your child is going to university, have you been able to check or checkpoint all these things? Is this person already enough matured in mind to face that world? Because yes, university, some of us attended boarding house. where you face the world by yourself. You get, some people go from home where you see it, mama, papa, thank you. You come back with problem, mommy help you to solve or to advise you. You get, such people when they are going to university, have you as a mother or as a parent check if this child is ready mentally and physically to face that outside world or to take decisions by themselves. Now, have you been able to even check what kind of life this child is living while in their house? Okay, we remember when this girl of these people that went to Dubai to have a
Yeah,
kerewa,
the
those
13
small
year
small
old.
child. Now that one was going from home, but under the roof of her mother, that one no be small child again. Okay, you
Wow.
want to tell me this kind person goes to university and in fact the kind of life where she go even win, join her own rotten life. You understand the kind of people where she go corrupt, join her own rotten life, no be small. So this is even a child living under the roof of her mother, then talk more of somebody who is in boarding school. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
what I'm saying, you say parents should track their children when they're university. Oh yo, let me tell you, university is a place where you learn everything. In Igbo, it is called Mahadum. You learn the good, you learn the bad. And that is why I was in the comment section. I say if parents should catch their words young, by the time they are able to catch them young from primary, nursery, primary, and then when they get to secondary school, you have already attained to a reasonable reasons where you can now reason with your child or with your children. By that time, you have already inculcated that behavior with the help of God, because it's not by your strength. You
Yeah.
will be able to inculcate that moral behavior that you want that child to, how you want that child to be, okay? And when they go to university, what you owe them is advice and prayers. I don't think tracking a university student, it's very, very, very I'm not seeing the visibility at all. I'm not seeing the visibility. I left something in the comment. Is it when the internet is when the internet is
Light
okay
in
in Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Abi, even now my cousin I go, my niece, I'll call am 2 days, aunty no network. The next time aunty my phone die for 3 days, we no get light. Na that person you wan track? Do you understand? Is it such person you want to track? So if you are talking of tracking, forget, and that one no go work. And that is where I said I disagree with you. The only thing, catch them young, pray for them, and before they go to school, make sure that you have already done your own part. Whatever the child be, that one you have done your own part. But it's just what you have said, that the society don't turn upside down. Now, okay, look at this girl. A girl, when I saw the picture, I didn't even believe that she's already 21, right? She's looking so, so, so young. Okay, you can imagine that video that was trending. You and I, even when you were at 22, 25, you are still hiding boyfriend, you are still hiding uruke uruke, but see her in a hotel with a guy making videos saying she's hot. You can't beat, you can't, you know.
It's not hotel, it's the boy's house. Oh.
Okay, I don't know wherever she, okay, leaving her hostel or leaving
Her
wherever
hostel,
she
that's what
is,
I'm saying.
going to pass a night or stay with a boy. Okay,
Hmm.
this one is already showing you the kind, it's not even about school, but how she was raised, you understand. Because you
No,
and I
I
know,
don't
say,
want to believe it's how she was. She might have been raised right, but like you
exactly,
said, a peer pressure contributes. People are now believing what the internet is saying more than what their parents are saying at home. So,
exactly. Everybody
and
want to belong. Everybody want to get boyfriend. If you never
yeah.
get boyfriend, you'll be like say, your own your own never you never
And
reach.
again, treasure, there is something I want to add to what you're saying. In those days, when I was in school, people were safer to have university boyfriend than having strangers come from the city because you don't know who is who. You understand?
Mm,
Now,
mm,
this girl has a boyfriend from school, right? But look at what it turned out. The other girl I talked about that was a very serious influence on Instagram. She was well known. I think she was the founder of the first online beauty pageant in Nigeria. She also met her husband on in school. They were classmates. They fell in love. They got married. She was footing the bills, doing everything. The man was still scratching the surface. And then the next thing, the man found his way, traveled and said, I'm no longer interested. Marriage failed the next year after they got married. So the thing is this, like the Bible said, I think is in Ezekiel, the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can tell? I think it's Jeremiah. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can tell? We can't tell what goes on anybody's mind. And these two stories I'm bringing, together this morning is beginning to make me to think otherwise. How will you even weigh trust? At what level you say, yes, I have confidence in this person. I trust this person. This person is my husband, is my boyfriend. At least I'm safe. We are within the school environment, the faculty. A lot of questions went through my mind, and most of them I did not find answers. And that's why we're talking about it today.
And the first comment I made, I said at her age she should be concentrating in school. Now, this is what you said. These days is even the children that is now doing things for their parents. You get, without the parents complaining, or without even the parents that are now putting pressure on
On
their
them.
words. You see your girl child using an iPhone that you know the price. I could remember some few months ago you were saying that parents should be involved in social media, especially the educated ones, the 21st century parents. They should be in social media, if not for anything, to track their words. You get,
Know what they
at
are
least through
doing.
that one. Yes, I could remember my niece that is in school. There was a time she had an Instagram page where she is doing very, very educative content. She never knew I was following her. The day I talked to her mother was cold to the feet. She said, "Wow, is this what my child is doing?" I have to screen grab some of her content. No, I downloaded some of her content and posted to her mother. The mother was very shocked, but this is in a positive way. Imagine she was messing up in the internet. You understand? The mother wouldn't have known the kind of content she is posting. Do you understand? So I
Yeah.
still agree with what you said, that parents, 21st century parents, should be on social media. If not for anything, at least you search. Although children of these days, they are very intelligent. You can see that Dubai girl, she used different names. So if you want to say you want to use name to track them, you might not be able to use name. But then
There are so
you
many ways to track them. I will be saying one or two of those here. Welcome,
okay.
Ifechi family. Mami Ifechi, thank you for joining
Mama,
me
you are
today.
welcome. So let me round up
Thank
before
you.
I'll be
Thank,
cut
yes,
off.
thank you.
Let me
Yes,
just
please,
finish my
pressure,
point and
pressure. I want you
I'll
to be there. I want you to be there when I want to just to mention something after you, because it's your comment
okay,
that made
okay,
me to
man.
jump up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your comment that made me
No,
to
I will
jump
be
up
here
quickly.
listening, but I
Okay,
might be,
okay,
my
okay,
hands might be busy. Yeah.
okay.
So what I'm saying is that these days parenting is really, really, really difficult. But when you do your part, dot your I's and cross your T's, pray for them and advise them, just like you said before, you get. Because these days, a child who you did not buy iPhone, you know what the cost of iPhone, and you are seeing your baby girl using an iPhone. It should be this thing a concern to a parent or even a mother. I know these days some fathers are very, very busy that they cannot even follow up with their kids, but it's a responsibility of their mothers to follow up. That is why I said no, 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 no. So for you saying tracking, I disagree with that tracking. That one, no, they were. And I want to ask you a question. If these your baby girls go to university, do you want to keep tracking them?
No, I might not, because we already have some understanding going forward. Okay.
Is that
She
understanding I
already
was saying
knows.
they should build?
Yeah, she already knows what daddy allows, what mommy can tolerate, and what is allowed in the family. And she knows the
Mm-hmm.
last name she carries. That is very, very important. And
Mm.
I will also say they have cousins here, and everybody has made a print in this life. So you can't be the one that will drag the family name down.
So is that
That's it.
understanding and meaning that parents should establish with their children before they goes to university instead of saying tracking them and all those things? So it's really pathetic for the girl. When I saw the story, I was very, very angry. I was very, very just like was his name? A very dark man said he does not feel pity for the girl or for the boy. No, the way he was saying it, he had some points in what he said. Because of the society, you get, everybody want to make money sharp,
Mhm.
sharp, sharp, sharp. Even the girls now, nobody want to cool down and even build with a small boyfriend. Everybody wants to,
A
hey,
sugar
give me
daddy.
this, give me that, give me that. So let's not just keep holding on what society, because even before the society, we have like something I love your channel because your channel attracts likes mind, you get. So why I say likes mind, there are people that reason together, you get. So I know most people that comes to your channel, they love what you do, they love your way of life, and it's a kind of it's a kind of like mind coming together to reason together. So if we are like minds, most of us we believe in God. Now, but the Bible is already there as a standard for us. If you do your part, catch them young. The Bible said, train up a child in the way she will grow. When she is grown, she will
She will
never
not
depart
depart
from
from
it.
it.
And that is why I said, doing your own part. That is your own part. Catch them young, and when they go to uni, cast them into God, advise them, and always pray for them. That is just my point.
Thank you so much, Treasure G's. Thank you. And I know Mommy Fetty has one or two things to say. Mommy Fetty, the floor is yours.
Yes, I know you. I know you might be winding up. I just noticed that you're on live now, and when I heard what was being said, I said, "Oh, I must come in and add my penny worth."
Thank
Yes,
you.
I think you've all clarified what I actually want to say by what you said last, Yo-Yo, and Treasure Gist, what she was saying. That's what made me to come up. Having raised children here, our own time, how we are raised up is so different to now. Quickly, when I was younger, I don't know, I've told that story before in my channel. My mom passed away when I was only 17. And at that 17, she has already instilled all that she could instill into me. And that actually led me until few years later. I got married very early. It led me until few years later until I got married, and I never messed around with anybody until I met my husband. And I remember when we were in secondary school, in secondary school, some of them were 5 years, 6 years older than myself because people come at different ages. And I remember some of them, so one particularly that passed away in secondary school as no team, things like that. I don't know if you don't understand Igbo, you may not understand what I said, that she went to do abortion. And I'm like, wow, what kind of parent, what kind of mother did this person have? Did the mother not tell her that, because my own sex education was, now that you are seeing your period when I was 13, if you go near any man, you are pregnant. And that made me to run away from men and stuff like that. It wasn't the best, obviously. When mine were growing up, although they're males, but I still was not ashamed to tell them some things that they needed to know. But the type of sex education we are given wasn't the best, but in my own case, it actually helped me to keep me until I got married. Now, going back to tracking them now, again, when mine grew up in the 80s and 90s, there was nothing, you don't even have mobile phone, never mind tablet or laptop. They don't have all those things. So their own playtime is with us and then going outside to play and all that. So things have moved on. So now in your own generation, thank God we have all these gadgets and equipments, but tracking them and following them up bumper to bumper does not actually help. I've seen instances. There's a particular lady, she hasn't got married till now because the person that wanted to marry her before, he fell through. Why did he fall through? Because this girl and her mother were 5 and 6. She's always talking about her mother. Mother's always talking about her daughter because she had one daughter and 2 or 3 sons. So this girl is her mom, and her mom even says, "Oh, she's my best friend." Somebody who is married is saying that her daughter is her best friend, and the way she spoiled this girl, she follows her everywhere. She knows what she's doing. She does that. She doesn't. Then this girl eventually, when the person that wanted to get married to her, she will not make her own decision. She has to always go back to mom to find out, look at what this person said. And they've already agreed on things and concluded. Then the next day, he will come back and say, no, I don't think I'm going to do that. The man will be like, why? Yeah, because my mom, oh my goodness. So I'm talking about somebody who is already in her early 30s, my mom. So because that was how she grew up, and it just became too much. And I think the mom think that she was doing the best thing for her daughter. But sometimes it can become too much, and it will actually affect the children. When they are adult, they won't even have, they might be intelligent in their education, but emotionally intelligent, they don't have it.
Yeah.
So That's the bit I want, where I want to come from. And some of them, when they may be very, very intelligent, as I say, but when it comes to uchuwa, they don't have it. Worldly mind and knowing where to
Street
go.
sense.
Sorry.
Street sense.
Yes, exactly. Street sense, they don't have it because they have been cocooned too much. They have been, put in waterproof so much. And, oh, I don't want you to do that. Don't go there. Don't do that. This will happen to you. What, as a treasure said, and as you said before, once we do our bit to a certain extent, let them go and pray. Just your prayers. In fact, one day, I remember vividly, one day I called one of my sons when they were at the uni, something, that mother thing, because when you're praying for your children all the time, sometimes God reveals things to you. And I just called him one evening. I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "No, boys, they're not like girls. They're not very expressive." "Yes, mom. Why?" I said, "No, I just want to make sure. Are you okay?" She said, "This is very unusual. You just called me like this." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I just have a sense that you're not okay." And he wasn't actually okay. So he was like, "God, mom, what kind of mom are you?" I said, "Well, when you're a praying mom, when you're a praying parent, God will show you things. But it doesn't mean I don't do that kind of call to him all the time." That's why he was surprised. But something in me was giving me something, that there's something happening, and I called him at the right time, and I also prayed with him, and he helped. So what I'm trying to say is, let us just do what we can as they're growing up. When they get to a certain age, let us let go. Another woman here said, Oyibo woman, oh, very unusual. She has so many children, but she never allows these children to even have television. When they lived near us, and one of the sons will come, "Let us go to cinema." Me and hubby are going to that cinema with these children, and for her son to follow us. No, I don't want them to get involved in things like that. I don't, to go to cinema with us. The type of parents we are. What kind of thing are we going to be watching with our boys who are young? But this woman will not let her. And the son was crying and wasn't happy. So this is the type of upbringing this lady gave to her children. Do you know what? One after the other, as soon as they get to a certain age and left the home, that's it. You see some of them smoking, because she's always praying, she's always talking about church, no television, no this, no that. When I
Yeah.
was shocked when she would not allow this son to go to cinema, knowing the type of people we are, to go to all with us, that's when I rested my case about this woman. I'm not, saying that I felt bad, because she thought she was doing the right thing. But only her first daughter and another one that was like all screwed on. The rest just went like that because they thought, wow, so this is life. Where was I since? When my mom and dad was, they allow us to do anything. We won't go to cinema, you won't watch television, you won't do this and that, because at that time, obviously, there was no phone as it is now.
Mhm.
So, we just have to be balanced. Yeah. Having a balance is
Absolutely.
very,
I
very,
can
yeah,
agree less with you on that, Mommy
yeah,
Fitch, because
yeah.
I know of a pastor family kind of here. I had conversation with the wife several times. Okay, I will come, I will take your child, I will go straight in, because the girl will see me and be complaining that her mother never allowed her to make her hair. I pleaded with this woman. Okay, let me take her to my salon. She does natural hair only, my stylist, that she's going to wash the hair, stretch the hair so that it will be easy for the girl to manage. Since she's a natural hair, she said, "No, I don't want anybody to and any hot iron, no this, no that." So this girl dresses all covered up to, almost to the leg. The kind of skirt, it must be long, everything
Mm,
must be long. And then she became a teenager. She went into university. She told her parents, she didn't even tell them. When she came back for holidays, she was in
mm,
all shorts. When I mean
mm,
shorts, not even skirts. She was
mm,
in all shorts. And then her hair was looking the way she wanted it. They were like, "Oh, you look so vain. Dizzy, you look like, devil, whatever, whatever." She said, "Well, mom, your time is gone. That's your lifestyle. I'm living mine." And it's difficult now because if you talk more, she will pack her things and leave. So
mm.
in as much as we are trying to do this, we shouldn't cage our children. I
Wow.
believe in that totally. We shouldn't, because any opportunity they get, they will utilize it. If your
Yes.
child is asking you for a snack every time, no, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. If she sees somebody who gives her candy and snack on the way, they will follow the person. So let's understand it from that basis. Is everything should be balanced, just like you said. I completely agree with what you're saying. Completely agree in the sense, especially also with what Treasure said and what Entertainment said. We should be able to trust our children. We should be able to like make them understand, let them be independent, let them be independent on their own, be able to do things. But the thing is, I'm saying is this, especially when we take it back home in Nigeria, the pressure back home is too much. Our parents back home are also encouraging their children that OKK's son bought a car for their father. And is it not the same time you people entered university? This one built a house for their mother. You know, all those things, the child keep hearing it. And when I talk about young girls now, they're not even interested in dating their fellow young men. No, they want to date people's husband that already made money. My sister came to visit me. She works with university graduates. That's what she does. So she sees them every day except weekends. Some weekends, if she has events, she takes them. They will tell her, Mama, see you, no, if a mumu man drop, we'll collect carefully. If he drops carelessly, they don't care. They don't
Hmm.
want to suffer. They don't want to put in the work anymore.
Mm.
They just want a man that will, stabilize them financially, buy home for them, buy big car, make them live big lives. And it's beginning to affect that, a lot of other students. This young girl in University of Port Harcourt, a 300 level student, she was 21. The boyfriend, the 400 level. You think, okay, because they're in the control environment, school environment, their life is already focused. What happened to this young man that he went on? Well, machete, bully child this girl into pieces. You know, the way
Hmm.
you chop goats. What happened to
Hmm.
this young man? What was the push? This guy used to be a content creator as of last year. He was creating content on TikTok, Instagram, and I think YouTube. What happened to him? And the girl in question, all the videos they made, was seen spending the night, weekends in this guy's place. So how
Hmm.
do we, even after we had done everything we do, how do we continue to follow up with our children when they are not within reach in the school?
Hmm. Hmm.
How do we?
Hello, you. Let
Yes.
me, this your last question now. Let me just say something. Say, how do you follow up with the kids when they
Yeah.
are not, um, when they are not within our reach?
Yeah.
But if you have said it, he said you just do your part. Once a child have written jam, passed, gain admission, whether polytechnic or any high institution, that child is technically out of your hand. There's nothing like follow up. You have done your part. You understand? You remember, you say once there is understanding, you've gotten understanding. And Mel said
Mhm.
something when she came in. She said once maybe you talk to the girl, especially girl child. Anyway, even the boy. She na boy na him kpai girl now, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So even a male child, because sometimes it looks like it's very, very difficult to nurse or nurture a girl child. But when you finally when you are done nurturing a girl child, if the male child is not even trained, they will still buy a good female child. You understand? Sometimes when we were in school, there were a lot of RAPE cases. Okay, sometimes these are good girls that went for night class, going back home, and you see the bad ones now defiling them and something like that you get. So in as much as we're talking about girl child, male child too need to be nurtured and follow up. So there's nothing you can do than create an understanding, just like you have said, Oyo. Once you have created understanding before these children leaves, they know where they are coming from. I love what Mel said, that when she was going to school, what her um parents told her. The same thing I was told. I was living with my elder sister. When I was living, she told me, "Ihe anyị na-afụ na movie, ijekwana je university, je mee something like that." Because you know how Nollywood projects all these things, babes in campus, they are not attending lecture, they are following one allergy and all that. My elder sister told me, "Don't go to university and behave like this. So don't behave like that. If you behave like anything you need, tell me. You understand? Remember where you are coming from." That was what she told me. Don't go and disgrace me. Make us proud. And whenever I'm in school, these are the things that keep ringing in my head. You understand? Do you know that even to follow my course mates to maybe burial or this thing, I have to call home. "Oh, we are going for burial in Nsukka today. Oh, you people should know we are going from between this and this." Do you know that if I didn't tell them, my mind will not be at rest, because this maybe you are traveling like 1 hour journey. You understand? Maybe we are going for prayer conference. I have to call home. "Oh, we are going for prayer conference this weekend. Oh, we are spending 2 days." You understand? These are I never for once went for night party or clubbing. I never, because those words keep ringing in my brain that remember where you are coming from. Oh, my mother will tell you that if you keep yourself like fish, cat will carry you. You understand? Which I don't know how Mel put it. Like, you want to dine with a higher mind, you have to be prepared. You have to keep yourself. You understand? So once you already have understanding with your kids, I
Mm.
don't think, then call them and they always pray for them. That is the follow up.
Yes,
I
yeah.
have I
I
had
think
a classmate.
I understand what you're saying, and I totally agree with you. Look at what Uju is saying. Thank you, Uju Talk Show, for being here. She said a
Mm,
child with low self-esteem will follow his or her peers, and that is a
Absolutely.
fact. And she
Absolutely.
also said nowadays it takes a child who is strong-willed to make it. You see, we all know these things. We keep praying, we keep trusting, we keep teaching them. But the society, the influence of the society wasn't what. When I was in the university, that was when a cell phone was coming out. Then nobody knows about Instagram and all of that. It was Facebook that was bubbling. Now they have TikTok, they have Snapchat, they have Reels. There are so many, even the ones young teenage kids are using
don't
in
know.
the US. They have a lot going on. And when I mean the pressure, my sister-in-law visited me this weekend. This woman, like I've talked about her in this live stream. She has raised three God-fearing sons. Three of them are medical doctors. You understand? God-fearing. I didn't just say medical doctor. So she has a daughter who is in school now. This woman called, we sat down. She said, "See, these my two girls." She's telling me she's got my daughters, these two my daughters. I said, "Yes, auntie." She said, "Please hold them watch them like hawks." She's talking from experience. And after she left me, I was like, "Oh my God, am I doing enough? Am I I went back to talking to my children. What Uju said, a child with low self-esteem, and also nowadays it takes a strong child to do what with a strong will to make it. That is absolutely the challenge people are facing now. This woman was telling me that even the school where your child is, they don't have the child's interest more than you. The society, they don't care about your child. Understanding these factors will help us parent well, because it's in school that way will help you change your child's gender. If you don't know it. In school, once the child start behaving that way, school might enable the child, and then they will change clothes and get back to the house, pretend everything is well. You're fooled, you don't know. So following up is very essential. Trying to beat the society and the social media is very important. I was asking them, my auntie, I say, "Auntie, you people refuse to be on social media, but anyway, I'm following your daughter." She was like, "Are you serious? God bless you so much, yo." I say, "Yes, I've been following her, but they don't know I'm there." And another way you find out what name your child is using on the internet, when they are playing in their funny, the time you and them are having a swell time, you'll be able to know what they are watching. When they are watching, You pick the name on it, on the, whether it's TikTok or Snapchat or whatever. Pick the name that is showing on the TikTok and go search that name, and then follow the name with a different name so they don't know you are there. These things are very crucial because after my aunt spoke to me on Sunday last week, I was rattled a little because she has raised children that have gone to high school, gone to university, and I am just starting. So she was like, do you know they will teach your child the thing, the proper sexual thing in school? I say, Auntie, my district is not teaching those because I've asked my child when she was in fifth grade, in sixth grade, in fifth grade, I was in her class when they were doing sex education. So I've been following up to know the kind of thing. She was telling me that she did not know. When I mean she did not know that her daughter knows these things when she was in high school living with her. They had a conversation now. She's in the university. So she was asking her, she said, yeah, mommy, they taught us that in this, they discussed that in school when I was in so grade. She did not know. So she was giving me as a stern warning, watch my daughters, Oyoyo. They are my daughters. Watch them like hawks. I was like, oh, yes, Auntie. Yes. And when she left, I went back to being a mother as if I'm a new mother. I started talking with my daughter, one after the other, needing to know the class syllabus again, when they are teaching this, when they are teaching that, because you can actually send a letter you don't want them to teach your child this. The child could be excused if it's not a mandatory class. But I don't know how else to say, the influence right now is huge. I used to be on TikTok, as with my Oyoyo and all of those name on TikTok. I opened a personal TikTok for my daughters. Okay, it's on my phone. So if they want to do video, they will do it on my phone for me to know what is going on, know what is being posted. But for the past 3 months, I lost all my TikTok account because I wasn't posting videos. And when you go to TikTok, especially in the evenings, if you see what is on TikTok, you will delete that app the next second. Then if you now go to Snapchat, you will delete that app. My daughter had to battle the pressure of, yeah, you're not on Snap. Are you serious? You're not on Snapchat? You're not on Snapchat? I said, no, snap anything. No app on your phone. That's my instruction. It might be too rigid, but no, there is time for everything. So following up is very good because the pressure out there is pushing, and it's very forceful push that if you're not careful, it will swallow your child, or the breeze or wind will also carry your own child. Prayer is key. Talking with them is another vital factor. Following up with them is another vital, because this influence I'm talking about is not just the influence, oh, it will go away. It's not going anywhere. They are creating more apps. There is the one they call Be Real. That's the one young students use. They have Be Real. They have other names that we don't even know. Well, how would you know if you're not following up? I keep saying it, and I will still say it tomorrow. If you're a young mother, you have to go on social media. You need to find out the names your daughter, your sons are using on, so you need to follow them. If this girl's mother was on TikTok, and let's believe she was that good mother that did not sanction boyfriend at that age, and she was on TikTok, she would have seen her daughter last year in a man's house doing hot, or last week in a man's house doing your hot, or you go pepper, or you dey choke. That mother would have seen that daughter, and she could have called the daughter, hey, I need you to come home, I am very ill. Maybe this particular deletion wouldn't have happened. I don't know. It's overwhelming, but God will help us.
I need to go down now. Yes, I hear you all. And as I said, it's all different to me as well, having not raised children at this age. So it's quite difficult, and it really requires somebody very strong-willed to be able to withstand what is going on at the moment. Some of our own people now, I have had some recently, some of their children, Igbo, their children are now telling them that they are this, they are this. I don't want to mention here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in this London, and the woman was wailing, and one of them actually passed out because of this. And Oyibo was like, "What are you passing out for?" They're even blaming her when she now woke up eventually. And they're saying, oh, that she's one of those people that should not really be allowed to exist, because they're not saying it directly like that, but because of this, your child was hiding this because of this kind of attitude, and you eventually notice and you want to destroy your life because of what? She's a human being, and she's an age where she can decide what she wants to decide. How old is this child? 15. So I hear you all, I understand, and I feel so so saddened by what is going on at the moment with children. Yes, my own children have gone past that stage, because none of them, in fact, only out of 4 of them, only 1 is on social media. Is on that's why they don't even want me to be on my channel. They're not on social media. They're not interested. But their own children is who I'm now beginning to pray for,
Yeah.
because it's going to be so different from themselves. So I hear you all. It's so difficult. Following up is all well and good, but what we're saying is not to be breathing down their shoulders all the time, but to follow them up, of course. I mean, our sons, when they're going, for example, one of them normally travels a lot for his job. Each time he wants to fly from the airport, oh, mom and dad, I'm now at Heathrow, I'm flying to so and so for my work. So we will know. God forbid, if anything happens in North America or in Mexico, where he will go sometimes, and God forbid we hear that his name was mentioned, I'm like, but he lives in Switzerland. What was he doing in Mexico? Because we didn't know that he'd gone there for his job. So no matter the age, he's now in his mid-30s, but he will tell us, him in particular, and the rest of them don't travel a lot, but they will tell us when they have to leave the country to anywhere else. And it doesn't mean that we it's just for our rest of mind, for us to know where they are, and for us to, and then we'll say, okay, thank you for informing us. You are in our prayers. So he will tell us when they land and when, just for our prayers. It's not that we are following them at that age now. You're no more following them like that, because you have done what you've got to do. But my dear, your own time now is so different. So I'm supporting you all in prayers. It's not easy. My own time is like, it's like middle age compared to what I'm seeing and hearing now. Honestly, it's so bad. However, if you bring your own up and instill these things in them, some of them, I've seen one that actually turned the other person, her own group, her own friends, the other way, because they saw the way she behaves, and when they talk, because their F language is nothing to them here in UK. I don't know about America. Effing this, every parents use it for their children use it for their parents, and they don't care. So this F, and then the girl will be like, hey, this is what you have to speak to that to your mom. Oh, that's how we speak here. Oh, you say you dare not speak like that in my home. And then the girl now came home and stopped. And then when the mom said the F this, he said, Mom, stop this. It's not good. My friend, so and so. So she's now affected her own friend positively. So let us pray, do what we can, and pray. Yes, and pray that our own children will actually affect them the other way around, and not being them affecting our own children negatively all the time. It can happen. It's not easy, but let us keep doing what we can for them, and then follow them up with prayer. And honestly, our own children will start to influence, maybe not much, but at least some of them, because I've seen it happen. So I'm going to go down now because I have a premiere coming up in half an hour. Let me go and get ready.
Thank you so much, Mami Fechi. I really appreciate your input in today's conversation. Thank you for being a blessing to us. Thank you.
Nice to hear from you.
I don't know whether after this my premiere, whether after this my premiere coming up now, whether people like Daily Entertainment Daily and the rest will still speak.
Mama, I've seen, no. I'm going to watch. I have seen what you've scheduled. I'm not going to miss it.
See that video?
I don't know whether
I think it's a live stream. Is it a video?
No. It's a premiere.
Oh, just is it that video?
Just 10 minutes. Eh?
Oh,
yes.
Is it that video? I'm coming to watch you.
10 minutes video, and then on Sunday I'm going to do live stream. We can talk more on live stream, but today just at 10 minutes. No, I didn't. When you teach, you know me now. I didn't go that far, but on Sunday we're going to I released the stray bullets. Whoever it touches, that's the person's business.
Let them start coming.
whoever that spray bullet hits, I don't care. I had goggle on when I was talking. Okay, my
Everybody
people.
must
Wow, for
collect.
YouTube.
Thank you, Mommy Fitty.
Everybody
Thank you
must
for
collect
telling us
this
today. I
time.
really appreciate it.
This
Thank you,
this
guys.
thing,
Mansa Queen,
sometimes
thank you for being
you
here.
all make me laugh. And what I said in that video, I mean it. I love you all you reactors, but there are things that needs to stop. Anyway, see you there. See you there.
I
Bye
bet
bye.
men go and share. Oh. Let's go and share it so that it will start warming up the streets.
For sure, for sure. I'm going to share. I've already turned on the notification just now. So when it immediately starts, I'm firing down to community reactors mode
I've shared
activated.
already. I don't need to wait. I've shared already.
Okay, my people. See you there later. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Mommy Fetty. Thank you. I
Okay,
really want
bye.
to thank all of you. Treasure G's, God bless you. Really good for your input. Entertainment Daily, thank you so much. Mansa Queen, Yomi Kitchen Direct, thank you. Ujunwa and Yoma, thank you so much for being here. Uju made mention of T.D. Jake's daughter that got pregnant at 13, and that is a significant thing. A pastor's daughter, well-known pastor, and the girl later turned herself around. She's now the pastor manning her father's Vine in Houston. So people can miss it, and if they get it on time, they will still redirect themselves. But we don't want to wait until they miss it before they get it right. I'm still
Host, let me
appealing
ask
to.
you a question.
Mm,
Why is it's not like it's often, but most often you find out that these pastors' kids, I think they call them PK, most
mm,
of them, or all these over hodlers, like these parents that overprotected their children from
mm,
knowing the reality. You know,
mm.
is this I think is in this century now, they say every parent open up, stop quoting things, tell your children the facts. You understand? So I found out that some, as in most of these parents, these kids from strict parents, some of them got unwanted pregnant. Some of them they missed it at first. You get. So what
Mhm.
do you think that could be the this
It's
thing?
over caging. You
Mm,
just said it in your question. Reality. They are not living in reality. They are living in bubbles, which Mommy Fechi
mm,
made reference to.
mm,
Okay. Let me see. I live in America. Let's assume I'm a pastor's wife, right?
mm,
Then my daughter will be okay, mommy. I'm 19, I'm 20, I'm 21. There is this guy I like. 21 in America, you're almost out of the university. The max is 22, you're out of college. That it's Uju Wanyama just came in. Welcome, Uju.
Thank you.
Wanyama, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so
So
much.
your daughter will tell you, mommy, there is this guy I like. I say, hey, why would you like a boy? Hey, hello. No, 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 no. I don't want to ever hear that. You didn't even hear the girl out to know the extent of the liking, what is
mm,
going on in her mind. You've already shut the door.
mm,
Then if that child decides to, like, you know what, mom, I'm already 21, I'm out of college, I'm moving out, and tomorrow she hear that she's pregnant, what do you think will happen? Because
mm,
first of all, you did not even teach her how to interact with opposite sex. Because
mm,
no, don't talk about man. You did not teach her sex education. No, 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 no. You don't talk about boy. You just shut the girl out. You just have to keep your body holy, keep your body for your husband. That's all the child might hear. Don't
mm,
ever get involved with boys because you're going to do this. Just keep your body holy. This child is no longer a child. She's now an adult. Legally, 21 is an adult. She can vote, she can go to war, she can contest for opposition, but you're still looking at her as that your little girl with little or no education, and you've sent her away to the world. She doesn't know safe period. She doesn't know how not to anything. The only thing she knows is that do not meet with a boy. You understand? And then when
mm,
she meets with her friends, she'll find out that all her friends, they don't have boyfriends and nobody has gotten pregnant. She'll be the only one, a lady out. So you
mm,
have to be real. This is what is obtainable in the society, but you know you're a child of God, you're different. But you need
mm,
to know, what do you even know about sex education? Some parents never said that to their children. You have to teach sex education. You have to let them understand. Most bullies, the only ones they learned from school, the ones the school. And these days, the school, according to what my sister-in-law discussed with me this weekend, the school will even teach your child, this one, if you do this type, at least you're not going to get pregnant. You know the one, Niku? ORAL. So imagine the knowledge your child already has, which you have not as a mother, sat down one day to discuss all of those implications of what you get yourself into. If you're going to do because your friends are doing, these are the consequences. The child has no clue. And then she will be getting those knowledge from her friends. And before you know it, she's pregnant. So let us not be too strict with our children, in as much as we want them to be godly and all of that. At the same time, street sense is very vital.
Yes.
They should be godly. This is what is happening in the world we live in. But this is what God expects from us, because we are, in as much as we live in this world, we are different because we believe in Christ. We want to be like Christ. But that does not mean...
This over strictness that you just pointed out, it reminded me of when we were in school. I had a roommate then. She's PK. When she's going home, no earring, long gowns, this one, no hair and all that. But once she comes back, you will see her earring, weave on, skimpy dresses. That she loves skimpy dresses. But her parents, because you don't wear it at home, but she wears it in school. So as at that time, I was telling her, why don't you tell your parent that this is what you like? She said, you dare not say it. You dare not wear it at home, But why are you now wearing it in school? I told her that you are living a dual life and it's not good.
Anyway, Ujuwanyom, I know you have something to tell us today. Please, the floor is yours.
I really have a lot to say, but I just want to just add a little to just what you guys are saying.
Please let me step down. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, that's
nice
okay.
weekend to you all. Okay, I'll be at the background.
Thank you.
Greetings, Edu Entertainment. I have a lot to say actually, but I just want to say
greetings, ma.
Concerning greetings, my dear. You're doing an amazing job, Entertainment Daily. I appreciate you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So, sometimes we talk about PK kids, pastors, bishops. Another problem is that they don't have time for their children. When somebody becomes a pastor, they believe that it's all about God, the church, the people in the church, but they tend to neglect their kids. They fail to realize that after God is your family, your immediate family. And when this girl shared her story, it was one of the problems. Because the parents, think about it, you preach from morning till night. Even Sunday, people are coming to you. Weekdays, you're fasting, you're praying. Some of them don't have time to talk with their children. And then when the children, because they have other people believing, they're taking care of my children. Oh, yeah, God. Yeah, then at the phrase that if I take care of God's house, God will take care of my house. They find out that it's not working. You have to take care of your house. You have to take care of God's house and take care of your house. Your immediate family is more important than all this church I'm talking about. They can cancel people from church from morning till night without talking to their kids. And many of them came out to, confess, to say this is what is happening. You expect your children to sit down and listen to you preach. They have burning questions to ask you. They are dealing with peer pressure in school. But you believe, as long as I'm taking care of God's children, God will take care of mine. No. That girl, when she got pregnant, she shared her story. She was just, out having, partying with her peers.
Yeah.
She didn't know. She had a boyfriend. One thing, they did the boom, boom. She got pregnant. But one thing I love about her parents, they'd never cast her away.
Yes.
They made sure, she said that the humiliation she went through was in the church because people will be talking behind her back. People will be whispering, murmuring behind. How can a pastor's kid? How isn't a pastor's kid a
A
human being?
human being.
It can happen to anybody.
You know,
So,
this thing you just said, Uju, sorry to interrupt you. This thing you just said is absolutely true. Remember that woman, that pastor's wife that got involved with her brother-in-law because her husband abandoned her for 8 months. Doesn't even remember you have a wife in the house, always going to the mountain,
to
fasting, praying.
fast, to fast and
Mhm.
pray.
The woman now got entangled with the brother-in-law in the house, and the man came and videoed them and posted it on the internet. And he didn't even see his own fault in the problem. But look at what you just said now, that the parents did not cast her out because they now realize their own fault and they start
Exactly.
making amends.
Making amends. They didn't cast her out. She's at 13. She had that baby. And that baby is grown now, and see how well she's doing.
Yeah.
She said it was the hardest time, carrying that pregnancy. She had to hide for a while. And then on top of it, when she was ready to get married, she married this football player that turned out to be, a jerk, something else. It was another shame for her. Now, God blessed her with a husband that is encouraging her, and she's now doing what God has called her to do. So it doesn't matter. Anybody can miss it. Even if you are close to Jesus, even somebody Lucifer that was close to Jesus messed up. So it's like, just like I said, you need to have a strong will with what is going on in the society now, with social media. And I listen to young girls say love is a scam if the person doesn't have money.
Yeah.
And you want money, you want that 1 million naira hair. Okay, when it's time for them to make something to be able to make that money, they'll use you now. Are you
That is
not their
it.
love?
That is it.
Are you not their love? Do you understand? Because I heard that when they want to do that kind of thing, they'll bring somebody that is so
You
dear and
love.
close to your heart. That's you they will get now. You've been chopping their money. Do you understand? Girls of nowadays don't think. And my dear, the pressure is too much on these young guys.
Yeah.
To keep a girl now that you want to marry. Hi. They don't want to marry all these civil servants or these people that are growing up now. They don't. They want already made man.
Yeah.
And you get what you get. Do you understand? So, but for us, it's just making sure that we talk to our kids. And I tell people, make sure you're talking to your children. Make sure you're open. Make them close to you.
Yeah.
Even before they go to bed, when they come back from school, how was school today? Don't just ask open-ended questions. I'll say, good, good. No. Ask a
Gist
question.
me.
Yeah, what
Gist
did your
me
teacher
what
say
happened
today?
from
Yeah,
lunch to classroom. I want to know
yeah.
everything.
Because when you ask them open-ended questions, they'll tell you yes, no, yeah, yeah. That's not what you want. You want to ask or close-ended yeah. You have to ask open-ended questions, not closed ones.
Yeah.
That will make them say yes or no. No. Oh, how was it? Did you have a math power hour? What did the teacher said? Did you have English power hour? What did the teacher say? Oh, your friends, how are they today? What did they do? Oh, this. Because you hear yourself. My daughter sometimes say, oh, there's this boy that is always dragging my hair, loves pulling my hair. Ask her, okay, did he pull your hair today? Something like that. That would make her
Yes.
open up. And then you advise her on
Uju,
what to
God
do.
bless you. God bless you, because this is what I really wanted to hear. This conversation I heard my sister was since Sunday, and my
Yeah.
head had been thinking, am I doing enough? I started second guessing myself. Thank you for saying this. Please
Yes.
continue.
Open-ended question. Even when they are asleep, you just, oh, hey, because you want them to be able to open up to you, to talk to you. And they may say, Mommy, while we are playing, somebody said this word, this bad word. And I said, stop, don't say it. And you have to reiterate again, that is a bad word. Don't say it.
Thank you. You know, my sister just left.
Oh, what? Did you do your homework? Are you able to do your homework in school today because they go to after school? Oh, mommy, I wasn't able to do it because I was helping this other person, this other first grader do her homework. Why? Because she couldn't do it. Okay, no problem. Okay, now you can go and do it. So you need to. What is going on? Did I lose the host?
No, I'm here. I can
Yeah.
hear you.
So those open-ended questions, don't allow them to say, because as they are getting older, they don't want to share anymore.
Yes.
Because they have their peers, their people that are talking to them, but you want to make them open up and share with you, because if you don't know, there's no way you can advise them.
Thank you.
And you can do what they enjoy doing with them. You can have movie nights, just for them, not, only for you guys. And then something will come up. Oh, this person said this person did this class. That's when you can advise them. This is it, or this is that, or even as you guys are watching movies, when scenes come up, oh, hey, I know they did this, but this is not right. For you to understand, know where they are thinking, where how they are thinking. So it's very vital, though. It's not easy. I'm telling you, it is not easy, but you keep doing it. And when your child comes and all of a sudden is showing this changes in behavior, maybe gets irritated easily, gets angry easily, ask them questions. What is going on? And they'll open up and tell you. Maybe there's something going on in school. Maybe there's something they are thinking they don't understand. It's very, very vital and very important. Don't say because you can pray from morning till night, but if you don't talk to them, if you don't have a relationship with them, it becomes a problem. They should be able to come to you, because growing up, we fear our parents. You can't tell them some things. And so some of these kids growing up were, how will I say it, were molested by even close family members.
Close family members, yes.
Exactly. And these kids are not even able to say anything because they can't approach you, because their parents don't even have time. They have house helps. Do you understand? And those house helps were doing what they were doing then.
They were doing more than house helps.
Exactly.
They were helping your children mature before your nose, and you don't know about it.
Exactly. And it's still happening.
Yeah.
Because parents, they are busy. They can't even
even
talk with
siblings.
Yeah, relatives, siblings, yes. Even cousins, uncles.
Uncles, yes.
So be careful who you allow in your home.
In your home.
You have to watch your kids like that. My sister-in-law warned me, like a hawk. That's what she told me.
Like a hawk. Like
Mm-hmm.
a hawk, in the sense, it's not that you're, preventing them from doing what they are supposed to do.
No.
Of course, they can watch TV, but you monitor what they watch on TV.
Yeah.
Like if my daughter is watching TV, I'll just pop in. What is that? What is that? What are they saying? What is it? If I don't like it, I'll say, please change it. Change it right this minute. Do you understand? But to her, her peers, her people, her friends watches. No, mama. The language there is not right.
Yeah.
You see, you have to explain to them the language there is not right. Why not try this other one? That's how it means watching them like a hawk. You cannot prevent them. Growing up, there was this beautiful girl, but she never came out to play with us. Never. Her mother always kept her inside the house. Never did anything. We know how kids will come out and be playing or dancing or she never did. We always see her go inside the house. And to find out that she got pregnant, I'm like, how? How did it happen? Was it an insider job? Did she just go out one day and that was it? So you don't just like you said, you don't cage them. You allow them to do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But always direct them. Always make sure you know what they are doing. Because this society now, it's hard.
My daughter will tell me that some kids, they will go to school with a different outfit. Once they get into school, they change. And then if they are going back to school, they will change again. One day, one of her students, the mother came to school suddenly and then saw the daughter wearing trousers. The mother dragged the girl from school to home. Are you serious? You left my house wearing a skirt. What happened?
See, that's why I like uniform. That's why I like uniform. I like uniform. I like school
Yeah.
uniform. I'm
But
sorry,
same thing happens with uniform now.
I'm old age.
No, uniform, they have trousers, they have skirts.
No, no, no. You have to, here in America, you have to. If not, they'll send you home. You have to wear that uniform. They have a dress code. They'll
Yeah,
send you home.
the uniforms, they have it in
They have
pants, they have
pants, they have
skirts.
skirts, they
Mm.
have different colors. If you don't
Mhm.
like this color, go buy this color.
Buy this
You
one, yeah.
understand? Yeah. So whatever you want to wear, but if you don't wear it, you get in trouble. That's the thing. It's not like Nigeria. They'll cut your skirt up to your butt. No. This one you buy at the uniform store, their uniform store, and it
Yeah.
has to be the way it is. So that's just that's I just wanted to add
Oh,
that.
thank you guys. Thank you
You're
guys
welcome.
immensely.
You're
You
welcome.
guys said it all. This conversation is a very in-depth one. For anybody coming to watch this video, you definitely take one or two things home. My guests today, they are loaded. Experience-wise, they are filled. They are deep thinkers. So there's so many things to take away from this video. I must say thank you guys immensely.
Thank
Ujunwa and
you.
Norma, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so much.
joining me.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Entertainment, you know I love you. Thank you for always being here. I do appreciate you guys. And
Thank you for having me. Let me stop. Let me step down so you can round up.
I want us to go to Mommy Faye Cheeses in 6 minutes so that we can go hear Basbos a little bit.
Oh boy, I can step down. They listen for comment section as you round up. All right, bye. Host.
Honestly, guys, it's been an interesting morning for me. I really had a blast with this live stream. It's those kind of live stream that, keep giving. If you leave us, we'll continue to talk because there are so many things to say, so many things to learn, so many lessons, so many things to take home. As a young mother out there, you definitely find this very rewarding if you watch this video. As a young girl out there, as a young boy out there, this will be a rewarding video for you to know that all that glitters isn't gold. If a native doctor is telling you to go and bring somebody to your suite or somebody closest to your heart for a ritual, tell the native doctor, why are you still poor? Period. Why are you still living in a hut? If your gang is telling you, that means they don't have your interest in mind. So walk out from that group. You don't belong there. We've talked about so many things here, and I'm still asking, what kind of human are you to humanity? Are you among those that are causing chaos? Are you among those that are giving people anxiety, depression, or what have you? Are you among those that are making your nation to lower your flag because you buy people? Are you among those that are causing problems to families, deep sorrow and pain to families because you're dragging or trolling them? Find out from this video what kind of humanity you are. And if you're a parent out there, if you're a parent to young kids like mine, please be very careful, be very watchful, and at the same time, pay attention. When I mean paying attention, get to have your kids to talk to you. Find a way to have those conversations going. Keep it going because they're going to tell you everything you need to know. They're going to know that mommy is a secret place to tell all my stories because you're not going to drive them away. If you have young girls like I do, please bring them closer. Don't push them out. Bring them closer so that they can feel free to tell you even things that ordinarily you will not believe they will tell you. Let them open up so you know what is going on in their lives. We can only do much, but God will do the rest if you entrust our kids in his hands to do the rest. That's what I have to say here. And for the breadwinner that did the right thing, followed the right order, the right process of meeting a, prospective young man, falling in love, getting married, starting a family, and the man abandoned her and her two kids after draining her finances. I pray speed for you. I pray God will bless you. Many people will reach out to you to add to your pocket so that you can get back to your feet. Like I promised in the course of this live stream, I'm going to get her full name and post her story on my community page on YouTube. So if you have anything to chip in to help this young entrepreneur, young, striving lady to come back to life, help her, because the best revenge to give a husband that abandoned you or that dejected you, the best revenge is a comeback. And I really will be following this girl's page. I want to see that come back. I want her to excel. I want her to thrive. I want to see her bounce back to that lady she used to be, so that she can fend for herself, fend for her children, and tell the so-called runaway husband that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Okay, and also we talked about the Davido and Blessing CEO. Know the kind of burden to carry, know the kind of cross to carry, know the kind of people to cry for. You cannot cry more than the bereaved. If the bereaved is not telling you go do this for him or her, please take your hands off it. Do not run faster than your shadow, so that it will be, hey, yeah, you are trending. She got what she deserved because the guy embarrassed her big time on social media. But it's a lesson for every one of us to learn. If you feel something is not right, you understand, let the right person fight for that cause. Don't go carry other people's burden as though it's yours. You can chip in what you have to chip in, your 2 cents, your own opinion, but don't go and make it your case, because it might backfire at the end of the day. Dominant man, thank you for joining me. We are rounding up today. It's been a while that you've been here. Thank you for joining me. I must appreciate all of you, and to Uju, my darling sister, for always coming. Uju Akama, for always coming to support me. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate. And to all of you watching me from behind, please don't forget to like this live stream for me. Share today's live stream. Somebody will learn 1 or 2 things from it. And also, my membership on YouTube is open. You can join my membership to support what we do here. If you're watching on Facebook, share on Facebook, like the video, share on Facebook, and leave me comments. Let your young sister in the university watch this video, your young brother, your auntie, your uncle. We need to watch our children. We need to pray for them. We need to have open conversation with them all the time. Keep the communication line open. Don't shut your kids away. Don't always get so busy for your children, because you know what? The busier you are for them to reach, someone else will reach them for you. And you don't know who that person might be. So be there when they need you. I don't mean be following them around. If they call you on the phone, be there to answer. If they are there physically with you, be there to interact with them. Let's do what we can when we can and leave the rest for God. Until I see you guys in my next live stream next Saturday, God's willing, I'll be putting out my videos. I have tons of videos to share with you guys in terms of relationship, in terms of marriage, in terms of American Nigerian men and Nigerian men living in Nigeria. And what else have I done already? And in terms of some of the stories I shared today about this lady breadwinner that was abandoned, about the Yahoo boys, they're going to come in short form. So if you can't watch the live stream, you can watch the video. Please help this channel to get to the next level by sharing our video, commenting in our comment section, leaving us your opinion and thoughts as well. Until I see you guys next one, adios. Thank you guys. Ciao, ciao. See you guys on Saturday, God's willing, and remain blessed. And you young woman listening to me, remember you're worthy, you're beautiful, you're precious, you're appreciated. Do me well, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. See you guys next Saturday. Bye. Dominant man, I've been here. Maybe I should be asking you the question, where have you been? Because I've been here, though I haven't been dropping video, but my live stream has been once in a while I come in, and I've been putting out shorts as well so that my channel doesn't stay idle. So I've been here, but more videos will be coming out going forward this week. Ciao, ciao, everybody. Bye. Love you all.